watch like the beginning of my streams because I never know when they begin. But it does say I'm live on YouTube now. Hello, everyone. Hey, guess what? Here's some good news. You made it through yesterday. And if you made it through yesterday, you made it through the first Memorial Day weekend in 75 years that hasn't had the Indy 500. And while that really, really freaking sucks, we've got August to look forward to. We've got July to look forward to. We've got IndyCar coming up in Texas in 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that. NASCAR is back. Coke 600 was a miserable, horrible experience, but at least it's something, I suppose. And let's do some iRacing. We are going to do 100 laps at Indianapolis. The Patreon supporters, the stuff is already up on Patreon, so if you're interested in joining up with that, it is there. And I'm joined by Racing Nation TV, Kyle Cuthbertson.
What's up, guys? Did you miss me?
Hey, Kyle, you have a new video. You should totally plug it while we're just kind of hanging out right now.
I put up a new video on my YouTube channel, Racing Nation TV. You should go check it out. It's about the Mansfield Speedway, and it's one of the most unique stories of any track that went abandoned and then wasn't abandoned and is now abandoned. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Anything else?
So one thing I was going to say is, I guess Braden Eves is coming at some point?
Braden
okay.
is coming.
Yeah.
At some point, yes. The Braden Eves.
I've got consumers in my Twitter mentions. Of course I do. I was going to say something important about something, and I've forgotten what it was. It was terribly important right before I said it, and now I don't know what I was going to say. Never mind.
I just pasted my new video in the chat. You should go
there you go. There's a thing. I've got so many of the Indy 500 songs stuck in my head. Like I had the On the Banks of the Wabash stuck in my head earlier. I had now I have the Indy 500 theme stuck in my head that I played a bunch during the 1971 stream the other day, and yeah. By the way, I have not played iRacing since.
Discord's quiet.
Oh, is it? Okay. I don't know why that is, but we'll fix that. Sorry, folks. That's because I turned the desktop audio down. Talk, Kyle.
Talking. I'm going on mute and checking your audio for you, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, they're saying they can't hear you. Okay, well. You might have to redo that plug then. Let's see. And we'll do an Alt-Enter. I should mention about this race today. We are doing it in a Euro-friendly time. I hope the European supporters and viewers are happy with that. There was something else I was going to mention. We got 100 laps today. There are going to be... We're going to try to minimize wave rounds, and we're also minimizing fast repairs. Okay, this is probably going to be way too loud.
I believe my audio is good, and Braden Eves is joining.
Oh, Braden Eves is here. Braden! Hello!
How goes it?
It's going well. It's going well.
This in Memorial Day.
It is Memorial Day, that's for sure. It doesn't quite feel like it without the Indy 500, but I suppose this would be a good time to thank all of our servicemen and women on the front lines, both in the military and in charge of the pandemic response. Oh boy, this... So I gotta make sure... the audio is good real quick. Let me know if the chat. Let me know if the iRacing is too loud. Braden, how go things?
Things are good. I've taken a small break from iRacing as, to be frank, I got extremely tired of it. But we're back. Everything is good. The month of May is almost over, and we are set to go racing somewhat soon. So I think things are on the up.
Yeah, that was the thing that I was kind of interested in. And I know people wanted me to talk about the schedule, but God Almighty, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice or three times, I'll talk about the schedule when we start having races, but I think it's important to talk to you. Now, you don't have to give away too much information here if there's for some reason you can't talk about it, but I would imagine you guys are you guys would be now starting at Indianapolis in July, right? Road America.
Road America.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So so it's still a Road America start, but you're doing the double header IndyCar weekend now.
Yes.
Which is like in the middle of July, isn't it? It's like July 10th or something like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of unfortunate. I think we were ready to go racing in July or June, sorry, with the original Road America date. I just think that it came down to all the travel restrictions, and I think that's why they delayed it again.
Well, because they want to run it with fans, don't they? I mean, again, you don't have to say too many things publicly if you don't want to reveal that, but that's my current understanding of what's going on.
There's actually an article released like a couple days ago that said they want to run it with fans, so that's public.
Okay. Well, I thought that was Robin Miller, and I thought that was a lot of speculation on his part. Was that about the court ruling?
I mean, I don't know. I probably know a lot less than you do, to be honest. I
Well,
don't really get any special information.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't want to put you in a position where I'm asking things that are... But yeah, so this is how I understand it, is that the Wisconsin Supreme Court overturned some sort of a decision to allow mass gatherings of people. I think the governor had some sort of an executive order, which was then overturned by a Supreme Court. And Robin Miller's article on Racer, which is the one I'm assuming Kyle's talking about, was talking about how there was some speculation that, hey, maybe because of this, Road America will actually be able to have fans. Because, even if you had to social distance and wear masks and all this stuff, you would be able to do it pretty easily at a 4-mile natural terrain road course.
Yeah, I think there's no better place to return to than Road America. I mean, that place is so big, and not really in the middle of any large population. That's for sure.
Perfect place for social distancing.
And that was what. And Robin Miller's article was specifically talking about running on the original date. Now that they've pushed it back, it seems like there's a really good chance of it having fans now. And that's the other thing. Again, this is what I understand. As far as I am aware, Indy will have fans. And I'm talking about the July 4th IndyCar race. Now, how many fans and where they're placed, I think that remains to be announced. I've heard some things, but nothing I'm super confident in reporting as fact. But as I understand it, if you're a fan, make your plans to go racing at Indianapolis. But it seems like July is really going to be kind of the comeback from that perspective, anyway.
It's going to be a wild season once it gets going, that's for sure.
No kidding. It's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of travel. I mean, I was trying to put some of that together the other day, because June, at least for me, I don't know about you, but June for me is my planning month. I'm going to try to get everything situated for the next 3 or 4 months. Hotels booked, deals in place, those sort of things. And it's going to be a busy. I mean, June's going to be busy, but once we actually start traveling and going to races, it's going to be wild.
It's going to be so busy.
It's going to be
Someone in the
extremely
chat
busy.
did say that Wisconsin, they overturned the governor's executive order, but some counties in Wisconsin have created their own extended restrictions, and he doesn't know about Sheboygan County, where Road America is.
Okay.
From Wisconsin, about an hour away, so it looks like Wisconsin's county-based, no restrictions. And that's going to be the thing about the schedules, I think I've noticed, is it's going to be state to state. Like, I've seen a lot of places where people are like, Portland and Laguna Seca, they're like, I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. But like some other states, it looks a lot brighter where things go on. It's all a mess.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because, and that's the thing that's kind of annoying me just a little bit about IndyCar putting all these schedules out. I mean, changing things 2 or 3 months, you know, from now, like, I get that. That's understandable. But, like, going out and announcing, like, oh, yeah, we're still going to Laguna Seca in the fall, it's like, are you sure about that? You know, I mean, I really do like, and I get that NASCAR has different things that they get to work with that IndyCar doesn't, but it is a little bit annoying to me that, you know, we're pretending like some of these races are absolutely going to happen, and I think they're setting a lot of fans up for disappointment.
They're setting not only that, they're setting fans up for confusion too. There's still fans out there that I hear, like just people out there that they're talking about the schedule that was released 2 times ago, and then they get confused when they see a new one, like, oh, I didn't know that changed. And then they're also, what was I gonna say? I had another thing, and then I got sidetracked. Oh, and if you notice, IMSA put out 1 schedule. They've put out 1 since this whole thing happened. You know, they've just slowly released stuff. And I don't, you know, NASCAR, they released 1 schedule. And then people get mad when you bring up that IndyCar has put out like 3 schedules. But it's like, if you don't, like, I understand that nobody knows for sure. But stop acting like this is for sure gonna be the deal here.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a changing situation. I think that's obvious. But again, with what I'm hearing, I would bank, if I were a betting man, I would bank on the doubleheader happening, and I would bank on it happening with fans on the date that it is scheduled for. So there you go, and that's why, you know, not to go too personal, that's kind of why I texted you, Kyle, a couple of days ago. Whoa, hey, this qualifying setup's a little bit loose. That's why I texted you a couple days ago. I was like, get your stuff ready. Like, get ready, get prepared, whatever you need.
So he tells me to prepare to be there, and I'm 4 hours away from Indy, so it just, like, I could get up and go there right now. Like, it just, he's like, be prepared.
Well, how about this? Let me change that statement. Be prepared to go to Road America the week after.
I might just find somewhere to stay in Indy and, like, just trek out.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing. I was trying to figure out, because I was thinking about going up and crashing in Michigan for a couple of days and then heading over to Wisconsin, but I don't know how realistic that is or if that's even. But I also have a brother who lives in Chicago, so I could theoretically stay with him in Chicago and make that a halfway trip. I don't know. There's some things I'm trying to figure it out. It's one of those things that the next couple of weeks are going to be really critical to kind of planning how July, August, and September are going to go.
Oh yeah.
Has anyone, and I guess I shouldn't be discussing this on a public thing because I'm probably going to skyrocket the hotel prices, but what are the hotel prices looking like right now? Are they good, bad, or ugly? Or do we know?
No idea. That was the one thing I was wondering about after you texted me, was like, our hotel, like, and that made me wonder about, you know, when races are going to come back, because aren't hotels closed?
No, not that I'm aware of. because they're quarantining people in hotels, so that doesn't make any sense. And certainly when
I was at that karting race about a month ago, they were basically, like, half the rooms were closed because they had to wait a couple days before they could go into the room and clean it. So I think the rooms just have a lot of, they don't have much availability.
But if you're booking at the end of May for races in July, August, and September, would the situation be? I mean, especially because, again, I'm not in Indiana right now. Some people are confused about that, but I'm not in Indiana right now. That's not where I live. So, as far as I'm aware, Indiana's opening up pretty significantly right now. They're one of the...
Yeah, it's already open.
Yeah, so from that perspective, if you're looking at races like the Brickyard or like the Indy 500, there's probably more options for staying than... And if you look at like Road America too, that, you know, because that state opened up, you would imagine that the hotels haven't necessarily got super hardcore restrictions.
See, people are really... It's weird because Indiana's they're in like stage 2 or 3, I think.
They moved one of the stages up, actually.
Really?
Yeah, a couple days, but they moved it up.
How iffy it'd be by July, and then they were even concerned about like if everything would be opened up enough by August. And think the understanding I had about them saying they wanted fans there in July was that Penske and IMS, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, they were working on getting like special approval. That's why they set up all those pictures you saw of the distancing, because they were trying to screen to get approval to do that.
Well, I thought they were trying to get approval to do the high school graduations there now. Because, again, IMS has not officially said this, but I think it's pretty obvious that if they're doing a high school graduation there with social distancing guidelines, what does that actually mean? They're never going to say, oh yeah, we're using high school kids as a test run for our coronavirus social distancing guidelines.
Well, a bunch of tracks have done that. Do you think other tracks would be doing the same thing? Like, look, Texas has done it, Daytona's done it. This is a thing that a bunch of racetracks have been doing that.
Yeah.
Graduations.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that's kind of my opinion of it. Is that I think all signs are pointing to an Indianapolis return. And I'm excited. I mean, again, I guess I should say with full disclosure, I hope that everybody's doing the right thing here. I mean, I don't think any of us want what happened in March to happen again, ever, because that was like the most miserable thing in the entire world. But, at some point, we're going to need to get back, and it's just a matter of when, not if. And I hope the when is the right time.
Roger Penske said just flat out that the Indy 500, their goal is the Indy 500 happens in 2020, period.
With fans. That's why they moved it to August, because as we've seen, NASCAR ran the Coke 600 last night. Theoretically, the 500 could have run without fans yesterday. Now, does anyone want that situation? No. But here's my kind of thought on it. It's kind of the thing that I haven't really been hammering on it, but I've mentioned it a couple times, is that if the eventuality was always that the Indy 500 wasn't going to be able to run with fans, then if they didn't run it in May, that's a huge mistake. Because right now, you would have had huge TV ratings for that race yesterday. There's a lot of people kind of starved for content. I haven't seen the Coke 600 ratings. Are they out yet?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. I'm imagining that race didn't do super great because it was not a particularly exciting race. But the Indy 500 is a super traditional race. It's exciting. If you look at what happened last year, I think we're probably going to see a similar race to that. Actually, well, I won't get into that yet. The point is, if the race had been held yesterday, you would have seen a similar race to what you saw in 19, which I thought was very TV friendly. I think a lot of people would have been interested in it. If they run it in August, there's going to be the issue of it's going to be a much hotter track. It's going to be a race that's probably going to look similar to 2018. It's not going to be as exciting from a competition standpoint unless they get really lucky and it's an overcast day that's 70 degrees. You know what I mean? With a cool track temperature. If it's 100 degrees, the race probably isn't going to be very good. And that's going to be the thing that will probably, everybody's going to bitch about it like they will. And, it's a low downforce open wheel car on a hot track. What do you expect it's going to do? But, them's the breaks sometimes. But I just say if the intention was never to run it with fans, or if they can't run it with fans, it's going to be a huge mistake that they didn't run it yesterday. And I get it. Hindsight is 20/20. There's a lot of that going on right now, and I'm definitely guilty of it.
So after reading Stern's tweet on the ticket sales slowly coming, which makes sense because people don't want to take the risk and buy them. What do you think? Do you think the crowd, if it happens in August, it's to say hypothetically it does happen, like they want it to, fans, everything's the way they want it. What do you think the attendance will be? You think we get another sellout? Do you think it'll be slightly less?
Won't be a sellout. I don't think it'll be a sellout because here's what's happened is that because of the fact that we have this virus and people are concerned, and there goes Brayton Eves. Hey, that's a very nice Interesting paint scheme there, Mr. Eves. Are we trying to predict the future there?
I'm not. No comment.
Okay. Okay. We finally got a no comment out of Braden. I'm so happy about that. You're slowly becoming an IndyCar driver. Pretty soon I won't be able to ask you anything anymore. You just won't be able to talk during these streams. You'll just sit in here. But what was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, the fans. Was it about the fans or what was I talking about? Kyle.
The attendance.
Attendance. So I don't think it's going to be spectacular. Simply because I think the local attendance is going to be great. What the problem is going to be is the people who have to come in from out of state, out of country, and the people who plan, who have jobs that don't, they get Memorial Day weekend off. So hey, we can go to the race. Now that being said, I still think the attendance is going to be, if 300,000 people are allowed in there, of course, the attendance will be great. But it won't be a record and it won't be a sellout. But I think it'll be good enough.
When do you want to get into last night's events?
Hold on, I want to. Ian Cadwell says something interesting in the chat that I want to say real quick. He says IndyCar should have run the race with no fans at IMS yesterday and have a race with fans in August. It's an interesting thought. I think from a traditionalist standpoint, and again, that's becoming a dying breed. Even though, then again, the bump day thing, you never know. But I think most people would probably say you only really want one oval IndyCar race at IMS.
Yeah.
And doing another one would devalue the 500 a little bit. I guess the one positive I will say about the race getting delayed is that if it runs this year, we'll get 2 of them within 8 months. So, will it make up for it not being in May this year? No, but it will be kind of fun to not have to wait quite as long next year.
Wait, did someone suggest to run 2 500s?
So I think something similar to that. I think I don't think he said 2 500s specifically. I think that was probably what he implied. But what they probably would end up doing would be like the 500 on Memorial Day weekend, and then do like a 400-mile race or something in August for the fans. But
that would be so expensive for the teams, though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's exactly why they won't do it.
500 is like a huge chunk of the budget for a season, and then doing 2 of them, especially in this circumstance.
Oh yeah. Well, I would imagine if they did a second race, it wouldn't be the same pageantry as the 500. They wouldn't do a full week of practice. They'd probably do 1 or 2 days, if that, and wouldn't do 2 days of qualifying or anything. It would be like a Pocono race where they'd run 1 or 2 days and then do the race and have it be over with. But I still don't even see it in that circumstance. I don't see any way that they would ever do 2 oval races in the same year. Unless, of course, it's absolutely the worst case scenario would be that you don't get to have the 500 this year. You run the 104th running in May of next year, and then you run the 105th in August. Maybe you could do it that way, but that's probably the only way I could see that. And like you said, Braden, the cost would be astronomical for next year if they did 2 Indy 500s in a year.
Here's the take. I think if, I think IndyCar should take a look at the NASCAR route and say we don't have any. So if the schedule goes how it goes, Texas, and then we have a month off, why not stick another road course race in June? Just because. We're like 6 races under what the planned schedule would be this year.
I looked at the back of the green light IndyCar box, and I realized that we've already lost a third of the season.
Yeah. Like right now, we're at 11 races with the double headers.
Wow.
And it's like the road course would get boring, but there are different variations of that road course that can be run. So it's just a thought.
I say if you can't run with fans, run at IRP. Screw it.
Oh my god.
IndyCar's at IRP.
There goes a bunch of money right there. Just burning it pretty much.
I can't even imagine like watching that.
They have tested there. That is a thing. Indy
That
cars have
track is
tested
barely
IRP.
big enough for like 15 USF 2000 cars.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they could just rip me off and do heat races. I mean, that's there you go. Have like a 10-lap shootout. Have it be like an all-star race. There you go. Have like 10 cars. Made for TV 1 hour special.
In sprint cars.
In sprint cars, yeah.
Gotta keep with the night before the 500, which is not what it is. Forever Craig says, do you think Fernando Alonso has a chance this year after his esports outing the other day?
I will say this.
Strategic racing.
I will say that Fred was pretty impressive. I mean, again, it's a video game. You can't judge it super, but boy, he looked impressive. He looked so impressive in that run.
I love Jensen Button's comments. He's like, yeah, I'm scared doing it in a video game, let alone.
He was good though. I would love to see Jensen Button run the Indy 500. It'll never happen, but I would love to see it. I was impressed with Mario. Now, he was a little bit timid, and it kind of cost him on the start of that second race. But when he got up behind Jensen and Alonso in the first race, when he was a lap down, it wasn't like he was falling off of the pace of those two. And, I would have liked to have seen Mario with a week of practice and a little bit of, guidance, a little bit more guidance. I think he would have done really well.
I absolutely love the shot of Mario up on the wheel chewing gum. It's amazing. That was fantastic.
That's what old drivers do. That's what old drivers did.
I know. That's why it was fantastic.
I think there's a story out there that like Pancho Carter like crashed at Michigan and like swallowed his gum or something and like was choking to death. And the AMR, or not the, I mean, there now is the AMR safety team now, but like the safety team, like was like, oh my God, he's dying. What the hell's going on? And they realized he swallowed his gum and they had to like fish his gum out of his neck.
Fuck. Oh, I apologize to whoever I just took out.
How did Cole do a 39.5? How big of a toe did he have?
He's good at qualifying. And he's a very aggressive driver. So.
Yeah, I figured that out in that last race. In fact,
Oh, yeah.
I took a break from. I literally have not booted this game up since I did that 800 mile run.
Do you have water today?
No, I don't need it. And if I need it, I'll go and get it. We'll see. I don't think I'll need it for 100 laps. You know what the big problem with that was having to talk too. That really dehydrated the shit out of me. That was the big problem.
The Indy 500K.
Of course, I am wearing a sweatshirt too. But I do have a fan. I'll turn the fan on maybe. I have a fan now in this room.
I have an air conditioner now. It's pretty great. That's the time of year where it's warm enough to have an AC.
It's so hot in Ohio right now.
Oh yeah. It'll only last for like 2 days until it starts raining again though.
I know, it's going to start raining for like 3 weeks again.
Boy, I'm seeing. Oh no, go ahead.
It rained last week from Monday. We got Kyle Cuthbertson as a hack.
He's a hack.
Thanks, but, well, it rained
Hey, somebody
from
had to get
Monday-
called a hack in May. At least it's not me this year.
It rained from Monday to Thursday straight, nonstop. Did not stop at all. That's half the reason the Mansfield video took so long, because I wanted to go to the track, but it was like every day it was rain and awful. Terrible.
Oh, we got this Oriole Servia car behind me.
So when do you want to talk about last night, Dave?
Oh, I want to talk real quick. Before, I promise I'm not intentionally changing the subject. I do want to mention, boy oh boy, I'm starting to get that competitive vibe seeing all these people out in their go-karts at like Newcastle and Whiteland, and it's making me. I'm getting that itch again. I'm getting that itch. Just saying. Okay, go on. Oh hell yeah.
Let's go. Newcastle, club race.
When?
They're literally like all the time now. They just opened up their racing again.
Kyle, you got to send me a parts list. I need to know what I need to fix on that damn go-kart.
Working on it. So I got the okay last night. That all it needs is a seat.
I need to get a new seat.
No, I'm talking about me.
Oh.
All it needs is a seat, and we have.
I don't care about you. I care about my kart.
Well, I still have
Yeah.
those Bridgestones to go to Newcastle, and that Sody cart, all it needs is a seat, and I can go and then go test that before Indy. So then whenever we do that, would be a good time for you to get your cart.
Yeah, let's get my cart fixed. Let's bring the Scody out to Newcastle and run a test day. Why the hell not?
You say Scody?
Said Scody.
That's
What
what
is that?
Kyle. That's what Kyle said.
I said Sody.
Oh,
cart.
Sody. Okay, whatever.
Oh, I was so confused as to what go-kart that was.
I don't know. I need to get myself a willpower cart. That's what I need to do. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, Kyle. Let's talk about damn freaking NASCAR.
What'd you think of the race?
Boy, that was
So wait, first, Braden, did you watch the NASCAR race last night?
Negative, Chief.
You made the right decision.
Oh,
I haven't watched a NASCAR race in probably like 5 years.
Even when it's the only thing on TV, we can't coax Braden into watching NASCAR. But
There's
okay.
a lot of things I would rather watch. Do you want me to list them all?
No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to. We might be here all day. No, the big thing that I wanted to say about the freaking NASCAR race was, oh my god. So that was the first Coke 600 I watched flag to flag. Now I do have to admit that I missed the first 5 laps because I switched over to the 2011 Indy 500 on ESPN like for 5 seconds, and I switched back and I'm like, they're green, what? But so I essentially watched from lap 5 to lap 400 all the way through. And I do not understand for the life of me why anybody thinks that race is more prestigious than the Indy 500. I got some of those comments yesterday. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'll give this race a chance, though. I'm like, I'll give it a chance. Wow.
I never understand. Like, my first NASCAR race was the Coke 600. I'll give the Coke 600, like, the pre-race, everything. It's cool. NASCAR's longest race. It is cool. It's an event.
But it's
really
not
nice.
cool.
It's, really cool.
It's not cool when they have 5 or 6 stages in it.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
But for a 600-mile race, I think just the amount of stage cautions, the comp yellows, just the amount of
the red flag.
It's already a 4-hour race. Like, it's just, and then now at this point, without the rain delay, it would have been. It would have been a 4-hour race, but usually it turns into 6 hours of Charlotte, and it's just.
Oh, super chat.
Man, oh man.
Hold on, I gotta read the super chat real quick. It's from F1 Alonso 14 Thomas. I wonder who his favorite driver is. Love Alonso and would like to see him full-time at Indy and see others like Button or Hamilton do races. Alonso for Indy 500 win 2020. Love the vids you do. Thank you, F1 Alonso 14. I appreciate that. And according to Colton Herta, apparently we share the same favorite driver. So there we go. Now, go on about NASCAR. Continue. We just had to talk about Fred for a little while.
Yeah, like always, everything always turns into Fred.
No, it's turning into all Ferrari all the time now.
For you, it always turns into Fred or Colton Herta. It's one of the two.
Well, we got Ferrari now. We're gonna add Ferrari to the. I talk about Rossi too. Let's be honest. I talk about Rossi too a lot. If we're gonna get all the memes out there, Rossi's the other one.
But yeah, yeah, the 600 says too much stoppage in it, too many yellows. It'd be fine if they were, actual yellows when you stop. Like, I think the Coke 600, I would say in the future, if we had, 1, low downforce, but that goes for most of the races, I think. And then 2, I think the Coke 600, at least for the 600, should be no yellows for stages. I think that definitely would help the race a ton. And then what you got in a big Twitter thing about was the stoppage for the moment of silence, which I think it wouldn't be that. It's like it's cool. I think it's cool. Like, I can imagine being there at the track when it's silent and the cars are stopped. But do they treat it like an actual? So I didn't see it last night, but do they treat it like an actual yellow? Like you can pit during that, or?
I think Kyle Busch got a speeding penalty during the coming off of the pit lane during the red flag. So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, if they just stopped him on pit road, just stopped him, and then went back on track and went to green, I would be fine with that. I think that'd be very cool. I think that'd be a very cool thing for them to do. But to have it like play play a factor in the race, I guess, I don't think that makes sense as much. You know?
Okay, so we only have
already
25 people right now. Should I leak the password? I'm going to ask the game chat. So I saw a comment about 25 cars only. Do you want me to leak the password in the chat, or do you guys want to just go with 25 cars? Because I think we've got a few minutes left in practice. It depends. It's up to you guys.
Leak that shit.
Chris.
Yeah, leak it so that we can just have more cars.
Okay, people want more cars. The password is Coke.
25 egg roll.
COKE, all lowercase. If you want to join the
You have
room.
5 minutes. You have 5 minutes.
You have 5 minutes. And you're gonna have to.
You have less than that because qualifying just started.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to join the. You're almost certainly gonna have to join the LCQ race, but. There you go.
So I'm gonna be the only one that comments on the Coke 600 like that.
Oh no, keep going. What was the?
I was done. I just
So-
said I don't think that should be a factor in the race. I don't think there should be stages. I think the moment of silence is really cool.
But just do it but do it before the start. That's the big problem I have, is I don't understand why they have to do it during the race. It's kind of silly to me. It just doesn't make any sense. And here's the other thing: they aren't doing it for the race that's actually on Memorial Day today. So it's like, what's the point?
I don't know. I think being there at the track,
There was nobody at the track.
that is the other thing too. Yeah. But I think when you're there at the track and just silent, in the middle of the race.
I don't buy a ticket to a race to sit there in silence. Now, at the same time, I do agree that absolutely we should honor the first responders, the military members, the ones who didn't make it back. That's the whole purpose of Memorial Day. Totally get that, totally understand that. I think it's better served in the pre-race, and then the race, I think the race itself honors them, because, I mean, that's literally what they're fighting for. The freedom for us to enjoy these races. So from that perspective, I think stopping the race is almost kind of self-defeating for what you're trying to do, which is honor the troops and honor the first responders and honor the people who didn't come home. Just my opinion, but I would rather see it in the pre-race, because I think Indianapolis, I mean, the 500, the Indy 500 has always had that element, but they do it right. They bring all of the military members around before the race, and Braid, of course, takes the pole. And we're going to crash in qualifying. But they bring all of the...
Yeah, I had a terrible lap. I screwed up.
They bring all the military members from all of the branches in the pace trucks before the start, and you have all of the band playing all the patriotic music. In fact, they play all of the anthems of the individual branches of the military. Now, the difference is, and this is the really cynical thing, and I see the super chat, I'll get to it just in a second. The cynical thing is they're doing it for TV. It's a TV thing. It's not even for the people at the racetrack, which is just, I don't know. I don't like that it's kind of cynical. I think that's probably my biggest problem with it, and that it stops the race. Those are kind of my two criticisms. The super chat says, from Foxy Flyer, says, it is an endurance race, but they didn't let it be an endurance race. Can we go back to Darlington again? Love your videos. Yeah, I thought the Darlington races were pretty good.
They were pretty good. They were good.
I mean, they weren't amazing, but...
They should have been low downforce, but they were good.
I think the problem is horsepower. I don't think it's downforce. I think they need
it's
more.
downforce. I don't think... Because what I'm seeing... I mean, it could be... The thing is, especially on the Sunday race when it was warm, you saw the cars slipping and sliding even then with the high downforce. You take that downforce away, they're sliding even more. So I don't even think it's horsepower.
Well,
I hated the most seeing is guys running below the dash white lines of Darlington. I don't think that should... Why should that ever be faster? And why should they ever be able to run under that dash white line? I have no idea. I think low downforce is what Darlington needs. Look at 2016. That was such a good race.
Well, the other thing I wanted to point about damn Charlotte is, why did they put that traction compound on the track? It made it so much worse. It ruined it. The track was one groove. It was either all on the bottom or all on the top. Because that's what happened when the traction compound came in. It just moved the groove up, and then it was a one groove racetrack still. So I thought that they really shouldn't have done that. I thought that was just ridiculous. But I didn't feel like Tom Holland says in the iRacing chat he didn't feel like he saw the best guy win. That's the other problem, is the overtime screwed Chase Elliott. And look, it would have been a way less exciting finish if Chase Elliott had just led those final 2 laps and won the race. But the guy earned the damn win. And so the fact that he got it taken away from him, I thought that was silly. Super chat from GN, $2. Thoughts on Hamilton ballast situation, or Hamlin ballast situation last night? I mean, I don't think there's too much to say about it. I think the penalty was justified. I saw some pictures on Twitter last night of cars that have hit a big piece of ballast, and that's a safety hazard. So,
Yep.
I think the penalty was justified. So we got a heat race. I don't know how many cars are going to be in this, but we'll see.
Are we going to have a 1-car heat race?
Is that really what's about to happen? That would be so fun.
That would happen.
Oh no!
Extra practice for the 26th qualifier. He needs it.
I'm gonna use this time to go to the bathroom for this 100
There
lap.
Don't wreck.
you go. Don't wreck. This is hilarious.
All eyes on John Smith, 19.
I don't know. John Smith seems like he's been pretty fast, but I think John Smith is probably going to get by him. Hard to tell who's going to win.
They're gonna be so savage.
John Smith followed by John Smith.
Who would have thought that the most screen time Coca-Cola would got this weekend was in this?
Oh. Yeah, we're really. I know I pour my Coca-Cola or a Pepsi in a Coca-Cola bottle.
Where's Jackie Stewart when you need him?
We do need Jackie Stewart in here. He might be in the chat. We'll try to get him in here.
John Smith and John Smith. Third row, John Smith and John Smith. John Smith had an incident in practice.
Well, we're gonna watch a 10 lap. So Braden, what do you want to talk about? Because we got.
And the final row.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been in your streams in a couple times, so has anything new happened?
No, not really. Let's see. Well, I did get dehydrated during the last iRace, which was.
So what does that mean?
That means I was like dry heaving, which sucked so Kyle, I think you know this. Kyle did a whatever it was, a 150 lap, 500K. So I don't remember.
125 lap.
So it was like 300 miles. And then I had another official race that was 500 miles directly after that. And the races were so close together that I didn't get a chance to have a break between. And I'm sitting in this hot room all day, and about 100, I think it was like 150 laps to the second race. So I had run like 600-700 miles at that point. I just was like, oh God, I need a drink, and I'm totally dehydrated. And I was.
How do you even get that dehydrated?
I just didn't drink for like 6 hours. That's how that happened.
Oh my God.
And you sit there sweating in a room playing iRacing. Oh, we got a Canadian $25 super chat from Hunter. Thanks for carrying the Trackworks name. Oh yes, indeed. You're welcome. I wish I could join you, but have some work to do today. Good luck and have some fun, and good luck to John Smith in the 1-car heat race. John Smith is a tough one to beat. Thank you, Hunter. I'm glad to give you guys some exposure, and I will talk to you on Monday. I've got a few things I need to talk to you about.
It is Monday.
I mean the work week Monday, not the holiday Monday. Sorry. Can you tell the Indy 500 didn't happen? My circadian rhythm is just all off. But I will tell you what.
You're like, what month is it? April?
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of April. I'm gonna just consider this. Well, actually, this would be March. I will consider this March. Next is April, and then we get to May and August. But I will tell you this: I'm feeling.
Man, it's gonna be a really hot March in April.
Yeah, that is for sure. The hottest on record. But I will say this: I was feeling so down in the dumps like the last 2 weeks because I think like literally like I've known nothing else. Even when I didn't go to the race, like my family did. So every single May of my entire life has been a time where I get to hang out with my family, hang out with my friends, go to the racetrack, or at least have the race, be able to follow what's going on in the race. And not having that, like, crushed me. It was horrible. But now that we're out of it, now we're past that point where the 500 didn't happen and was supposed to, and now we've got it to look forward to, I'm feeling a lot better. And I think a lot of people probably are feeling that way. I think the last couple of days have been were really tough, but now we're kind of over that mountain, so to speak.
You're gonna have like the most like dopamine-filled like racing season though.
Oh, I'm gonna be high energy. That's
when it actually like comes around. You're gonna be like hype as fuck all the time.
Oh, 100%. Well, I'll tell you the other thing is that Back Home Again is definitely gonna make the waterworks come out. Back Home Again, that first lap of the 500 this year, probably the first lap of Texas, if I'm gonna be honest. It gonna hit. In fact, the NASCAR race that I watched, the first one, it was like, oh my god, like, oh, it's back, it's real, it's not iRacing. And again,
I was thinking about earlier was today we would have all probably been depressed anyways. So.
I'm never that depressed after the Indy 500. I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm not, because I have a lot of, I always feel like I'm like, okay, I've got an entire race to process. I've got all this stuff to think about, all these, things. And oftentimes I'm making a video right after the race. So from that perspective, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I never get that depressed. I get depressed when racing season is over.
I have a question for you, David.
Go for it.
It's kind of unrelated, but because we're talking about being tired, it made me remember the Daytona 24.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make it through that whole race while you're at the track, being awake through all of it, and understand what's going on?
Well,
when I went, I had no clue what was going on in the race. I was just walking around like, woo, race cars.
Well,
like,
I was filming it. Filming stuff.
I'll tell you what really helps is those damn position lights on the cars. My God, what a great innovation! It's a shame that other series, I won't name names, maybe had them for a little while and then couldn't get them to work. Oh well, IMSA has it, so whatever.
I thought IndyCar did have it.
Well, you've named and shamed. IndyCar did have them, and IndyCar couldn't get them to work without setting the cars on fire. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't really like them though because I feel like the only number you should have on the car is the car number itself.
You're spoken like a driver. Look.
That's like a true.
It was so. Here's
tradition.
the thing. So it was so helpful for the casual fans. It was so helpful, and like I never usually think about the freaking. I never think about the casual fans very much, but I think one of the big things it really helped the people because a lot of times you see the drivers like in a line and there's like a couple lap cars in there and you're always having to like explain to your uncle sitting next to you who's not a racing fan, like it's like, okay, this car's not in the run, you know what I mean? It's like this car's a lap down. It's a lot easier when you see 1, 2, 23, 4, and you go, okay, that car's not actually in the fight. So,
I was talking about this with Brayden.
They should do something like on the new Aero screen, like that top light. They should it's not a light, but like they should put some kind of light in like the halo part on the top.
WEC used to do that where they had the 3 lights on the cars and it would tell you the top 3. They could do something like that.
Well,
Honestly,
WEC still has that.
If only you had the leader on there, that would clear up a lot.
Yeah, that would help a little bit. But, I mean, in a 33-car race, it does get confused. I mean, when it's Indy Lights, for example, and there's 8 cars and you can't keep track of who's on the lead lap, like, okay, maybe you don't need position lights in a series like that. But for the 500, when you've got 300,000 people there, and not all of them are super hardcore race fans or know how to watch the race. I mean, just you're a professional race car driver, and you had a hard time keeping track of the Rolex. So imagine if you didn't have that knowledge base,
Yeah.
I was talking to Brayden about this
500
earlier.
it's the least relevant for though, because you can't even see it in the slightest. They're going way too fast.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I just have good eyes, even though I wear glasses. But I don't know. I never had a problem.
You probably
seeing...
just have better seats. Like I've been to the 500, been like
that's true.
close to the track.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can't see. You have no clue what's going on. You're just deaf the whole time.
If you're close to the wall, you're screwed.
Well, that's why you need a family that's gone since 1985 and has ticket seniority.
Man, this was the first year at the 500 I was gonna be. I have tickets for like top of turn 3 this year, and they were so good. They are so good.
I've never been over there. I've always been more like start-finish area.
Yeah, me too, which is why I was excited to try it out finally. 'Cause
That-
all of my
I've-
friends sit in the north end, and they're all always raving about how
Yeah.
good it is.
I've sat there every year. I've gone to the 500. It's totally different than sitting on the main stretch, but
Pat, get around.
there's a lot of action that happens down there. I mean, that's where the big.
last time I was at the 500. I don't think I went to the last one, but the last one was like 2 years ago, and I got like really good seats right across from like the basically start-finish area, and I was in the covered area, and it's so much better to be in the covered area. That gets so fucking hot there.
Oh, one thing I wish that RP would do is freaking cover the grandstands on both sides of the track. Please. Please. Essentially rebuild the turn 1 grandstands in turn 3. That would be excellent. I wish they would do that.
So an interesting.
Oh, hold on. I
question in the
want to
chat.
shout out Sean real quick because he's got an awesome looking Toro Rosso livery on his car. Anyway, go
Even
on.
got like the crew with Toro Rosso. But an interesting question in the chat. Who do you think is gonna win the Indy Lights this year? And he thinks Danielle Frost has a good chance.
It's Kirkwood easily.
Oh yeah, Kirkwood.
Not
I
even
forgot
freaking
Kirkwood was in. Yeah, that's
I like Arusha.
Santi. He's a little bit.
I like Santi.
Oh, he's too old to complete the training.
I don't know. I like Santi.
Oh, Chris Aurelio's in a freaking 90 or 2000 Robbie Gordon scheme.
Arrutia hasn't really looked that good in testing though.
He's
And
driving for
Kirkwood has won the
Bellardi.
last
isn't
4 championships that he's done.
David always talks about how he likes guys in lights that do like more than one.
I do.
season.
That is one thing that I think is important is having a couple years experience. Now,
So
not
Arusha
all
has
hashtag
experience.
not all. Well,
Arusha
I
has
think
experience.
I think
He's
in
come
the-
close
He has
the-
that
before.
experience, and then he didn't race for like years.
well, here's what I would say is Urrutia would be the guy I would pick as the Freedom 100 winner, but he wouldn't be the champion. I
That
think
makes
that
sense.
yeah, that because I always like to pick experience in the Freedom 100. I think that is really important on a big high-speed oval. It doesn't always work
Reminds
out that
me-
way, but I think that's always how I kind of pick it.
It reminds me of when Veach had that injury in 15 and couldn't race, and then he came back in 16 in lights.
Wait,
Yeah,
I
he
just
looked really
realized we
good.
totally snubbed chicken tendies.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Robert McGinnis will win every race.
Robert McGinnis gonna win every race title. all of it.
Actually, you know what? I bet you McGinnis would win the Freedom 100. I think that's a solid choice.
he was
So-
the fastest guy there last year.
Yeah, so I'll give chicken tendies the Freedom 100, and then we'll give Kirkwood the championship.
I wonder how Chicken Tendies felt when he saw your reaction of you totally rooting for Askew last year.
I mean, he's
totally
still talking.
off.
Well, no, I was actually rooting for Sowery, but you know, whatever.
But yeah,
I thought Sowery might be a favorite, but I don't know. He hasn't really been that strong
he is
either
in
at
he's in
testing.
the Bellardi car this year, right?
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, rooting for Sowery would probably piss off McGinnis way more than rooting for
Yeah,
Askew.
yeah. Trust me, I know. Yeah.
I mean, he cost him the race, essentially, so... even though it did give McGinnis, like, the best save ever at Indy, so...
Oh my gosh, this setup pushes so bad after a couple laps.
Does
Yeah,
it?
Well, the one thing I noticed, the track temp is 121, so tire 22 now.
Why is it
This
so
a
hot?
simulation of what the 500 is going to be like this year.
I set the freaking track temp to be low, so that annoys me.
It just means that after a run, you know, the tires are gonna give out real quick, and we're not gonna get a pack race. So that's good. But you're gonna need to be lifting, and you know, it's gonna take some.
Gonna take some driver skill, boy.
Gonna take some driving. There are gonna be a lot of yellows though from people hitting.
Did you see the drama, by the way, because I see the Connor Daly Indy 500 car in this race. Did you see the drama with the Jaeger family and Connor?
Yes, I saw that.
That was funny.
I saw that. I don't know.
I got some interesting inside info on that. I'll just say that. It made me laugh. Boy, this race is going to be exciting, though, because I just got a huge draft on 2 cars ahead of me. It does look like you're going to be able to pass, though, which is a positive.
Can we not talk about the Jaeger family, please?
Sean does not want to talk about it. Oh, yeah, he got lit up by them on Twitter. He told... Oh, he DM'd me that the other day.
I can't wait for Road America.
What, you're not going to be at the Brickyard?
What?
I know you're not driving, but you're not going to hang out with us at the Brickyard this July?
Wait, is that happening?
Yeah, that's the first or the second IndyCar race of the season, bud.
Let's say it now that it's planned to happen.
Oh,
that
wait,
is the one that
wait,
we're
what are
planned.
you... Wait, I'm confused about what's happening.
Okay, so there's the second IndyCar race of the season is on the Indianapolis Road Course. They're doing a doubleheader with Xfinity and
That's after
NASCAR.
Road
Cup.
America.
I got blocked.
Not anymore.
before.
They moved Road America.
I
They
know.
moved-
Yeah, because Road America is in the middle of July now. So July 4th weekend, IndyCar and the Brickyard 400 are going to have a doubleheader. July 4th.
Oh,
Together.
wait, maybe I'm confused because of our schedule. Did you hear about our schedule?
No. What
Our
happened?
schedule, like, we have a couple races that aren't with IndyCar this year.
Yeah, oh, I did know that. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I got to tell the.
I didn't know that. I wasn't racing.
I gotta tell the race chat something real quick. If you don't already know, we've got automatic yellows and 2 fast repairs, so just be aware of that while we're going. Try to take care of each other at least at the start.
Remember the track temp's really hot too, people. 'Cause
So
we're-
it's the parade 250 then, right?
Do you realize how hot it's going to be in August? We're doing a simulation of the real Indy 500 here.
Oh, trust me, I'm ready for my ass to bake in August.
I was talking about the automatic yellows. It's going to be a parade.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Well, just don't crash. That's I
You know
mean
what
that's
we should do this iRacing start and then do our own start that's 3 wide.
we did that in the Elite IndyCar race. That was awesome. It actually works so much better than the iRacing starts. It's amazing. That was
Really?
that was the cleanest start I've ever had in an iRace at Indianapolis. Because you actually get even spacing in the rows, which is nice. Even though you're
Why
3
are-
wide,
Go
it's
back to its roots. I want to see them on a dirt track.
Oh, okay, Robin Miller.
I think we should take the Indy 500, right? We should make it a night race.
no,
We should put
no. I cut
We
that.
say that about Iowa.
What's wrong with
Stable.
the night
let it
race?
finish. We need to
At
do a
Indy?
night race, and then
David
we-
hates night races.
I especially hate night races at Indy.
and run quarter maybe.
I'm a much of a boomer that I think they need to tear that dirt track out of the infield in turn 3. I mean, come on, lights
Taking
are
up
like
my parking space.
they are taking my parking space up. I want
No,
to park
no
in
thanks.
turn 3. God damn it!
Somewhere else. I hear Michigan's a pretty nice place.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
I
we-
just realized. Okay, I understand why I was confused. Yeah, because we are going to Indy after our Road America.
Yeah, you're going in October though, right?
No, we're
No.
going to Indy in July.
They have
Wait,
a standalone Indy
what?
race at Indy. Yeah.
When did I? Oh, I must have missed that.
Probably, and it's gonna be the week before the go-kart race, I think. So.
Oh, good God!
That sounds like an idea.
It's gonna be sick.
I kind of want to
And
go.
by
to
the
that.
way, the Battle of the
Triple
Brickyard, now, the
header.
go-kart race, the go-kart race at Indy is gonna be in August, like 2 weeks before practice.
Oh, it's gonna be hot.
But we're gonna be David. We're gonna be on track the same month IndyCar's going track.
That's
gonna be
pretty
cool.
cool. Well, I got a horrible
Triple
start
header
there.
for us.
Are they gonna allow? Oh, I almost said, are they gonna allow fans? You probably don't know that.
Of course they will. There's not gonna be like an inordinate, or I don't even know how to say that word, but a ton of fans there.
And that's gonna be a week before the go-kart race.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm just trying to think because I might want to cover that for the channel depending on what's happening in the rest of the world. I don't know. I'll have to think about all this crap.
That would be the same weekend IndyCar is at like Iowa, right?
Well, I wasn't really planning on going to Iowa, so that.
Me either.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying I just don't think I'd be able to make it
If we want to
happen.
continue this circus tour, we could go from Wisconsin straight to Iowa.
Oh God, I don't know about that. That's a lot of travel.
Oh my gosh!
Oops. Well, we made it 2 laps. We made it 1.5 laps, I mean. What happened?
The GoDaddy car inside of me pushed up and hit me and put me in the wall.
Why are you running too wide at the start of the race?
Because I was faster than him. I was trying to go around him.
But you're passing in
There
the corners.
there was a car in front of us that was holding us up, so I went up top, and he obviously didn't see me there because he almost hit me on the straightaway, so I backed off. I'm not gonna say much, but I do want to say that it was a Danica car, so chat meme that how you will. I know you will.
There's gonna be one standalone race for a road to Indy that we have no clue where it's gonna be at.
IRP.
No, that we already have that.
Dude, doubleheader at IRP.
What
Tear
if
all,
it's at,
tear
like-
all them
What
cars
if
up.
it's at like some random track?
Friggin' Putnam Park.
Oh, we should go to Road Atlanta.
Oh my god.
Oh baby.
Hey, it's slowing up on the backstretch, everybody. Boy, Road Atlanta. That would be kind of badass. You guys ought to just do an IMSA weekend. Like, partner with IMSA.
We could. That's one of the options.
Because I know
But I
Atlantics
think
used to do
the
that.
problem comes is like when you have shortened seasons, everyone wants to do like double headers for their series. And then like there's just no room on the schedule. Like if IndyCar is doing a double header and then like NASCAR, there's just no room on the schedule, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Do we have to pit?
After 3 laps, I mean, I think right now track position probably not. There's some people who are going to do it, though. So there's a couple people coming down. I personally wouldn't. I don't think tires have worn that much.
But are we gonna have to pit for fuel?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Probably
shoot,
twice.
This race is hella long. I didn't realize like.
He just joined. You didn't even know how long it was. Yeah, it's half
He
distance,
had
man.
so much room on his inside. He had literally 2 car lengths on his inside.
Wait, are you
And
just sitting in the? Are you just sitting in the thing? Right
I had
now?
to tow. I was upside down.
Oh,
Literally had 2 lanes to his inside, and just came up the track and.
Steve
Hit my
Kilstonk
left
says
side.
the German track from Driven should be the mystery track.
David, what's your favorite track in the country other than IMS?
Road Atlanta.
Road Atlanta.
Road Atlanta. I love that track so much.
That is a badass track.
I want to drive a car there so bad. So bad.
I wouldn't mind doing a race at Sebring.
Boy, you're not going to be walking straight for a week in an open wheel car there.
I've driven it. Well, I've driven the half course.
Have you driven? Yeah. No, you got to do the full Sebring. If you guys are going to, you guys got to do turn set. Is it 17? 15, 17? Which one's the really bumpy one?
The last one?
Yeah, the last corner.
Yeah,
It's like 17, isn't it?
I think so.
Somebody in the chat will correct me on that one. I always screw it up.
We should go to the Corvette Museum track.
NCM.
Bowling
I've driven there,
Green?
That's fun.
Yeah, oh, it's a badass. It's such high grip too.
Yeah, I've driven there. It's fun.
It's like the smoothest circuit ever.
Isn't that not even open technically?
I don't know.
I know there's a track in Kentucky they just didn't finish. And it's like halfway abandoned. But they do track days on it. But
Let's bring back Cleveland.
Oh yeah. No, see now you're going to get me on a rant.
Yeah,
give me I'm trying so hard not to rant about a lot of the minute things I usually rant about, considering the times, because if I'm sitting around going, yeah, we need to have multiple chassis in Cleveland and Michigan 500 back, and they go, we don't even have racing right now. What the hell are you talking about? It's like it does appear pretty bad. Not for appearance sakes, it's not very good to do that. Yeah, I like Cole's idea of running on the Roval.
I think we should do a New York City downtown race.
Have you played Gran Turismo 4?
No, I haven't.
There's
Where's
a
the
great
field
New
at?
York street circuit, P1 or turn 1.
Can you imagine how badass that would be? That would be like the most badass thing in the entire world.
Wouldn't be the first time I acquired that.
It would be cool, but it happening would be so unlikely.
I know.
Kart almost pulled it off in the 90s, but that was like with big Marlboro bucks behind it.
When is the F1 Miami race gonna?
The
Supposed to,
the
like-
21st of never.
21st of
In
January.
fact, this is public information, so I don't feel too bad about saying that. But I know IMS is making a play to get that second American date,
That's a yike.
so it could be
Hell yeah.
Indianapolis to get it.
I
We'll
don't
see.
think the F1 will race this season at all.
At all. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
guessing
think
we're not doing wave rounds.
maybe on the next yellow, because it's 2 to green right now. What I was gonna say is
Oh, you have earned yourself
it
one
kind of
yike,
makes
I
it would kind of make sense to
Hey, I could play paint
which
you.
car is
I
this?
could
Oh,
go
that's the
in,
19. Okay.
in
It would be kind of cool for Formula One to start its 70th season at Silverstone, because that's the same track they started their first season at.
Hey Ronnie, would you like to take your spot in front of me, you know, like you should be?
I just wondered why you were driving beside me the whole time.
These pace laps are so fucking long.
I know. I wish there was a way to like set iRacing just to have like
We have double power
2
restart.
lap. Like the first lap you come by, it should be 2 to green.
Can you imagine all those spectators, how hot they must be in 121-degree weather?
I thought that was just a track temp. That's not
That's
the
the
air
track
temp.
temp.
Yeah.
It's probably like 100 degrees though in the air temp.
I had it set for like 75.
I think we did
So
I
I
just
don't-
feel so bad for the
Nah, you're back to the
safety
first
workers
power
in
restart.
the pit lane that have
Oh,
their full
yeah.
fire
Oh,
suit on.
100%.
Oh.
Taking that as
At
a-
least the corner workers get to sit in the truck with it running, you know, with the AC, but
Oh, get
Yeah.
this.
freaking the pit guys, yeah, those are the real badasses.
It wasn't really Skipper's fault. I blame David.
Why are they blaming me for whatever?
But wait, you blame Skipper. Wait, what?
The principal got mad at us. Well, I didn't get mad at anybody.
What is the 80 car doing? Same guy that
It was
wrecked me.
initially Skipper's fault, but then David didn't tell Skipper that we were supposed to do two.
Oh, it's a single file restart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't do double file. I thought that was
So
gonna just be
technically,
chaos.
it is David's fault.
Why is the chat blaming me?
That race, somebody got put on the lap ahead of the leaders, so
Oh, they're still talking.
Just remember crashing.
I know what they're talking about now. They're talking about Skipper and race control the other day.
I remember.
You did miss that, Braden. Oh no, you were there. Never mind.
He was there.
He was there for that. Yeah.
And then it
Jacob
told
Abel
me
got
that,
very
you
angry.
know, I was
Is that when Jacob rage quit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jacob has not been back. I think he destroyed his sim rig over that.
Nah, he's just he was more tired of iRacing than I was.
Oh yeah. Yeah, again, I kind of know that. Yeah, most of the pros are not particularly interested in doing this right now. So the fact that you came is very nice of you, Braden.
I do it for the fans.
Oh god.
Just wait till the last lap.
Oh no. Come on.
Come on, guys. Do it for the fans.
Yeah, it's funny how IndyCar immediately after that happened just kind of forgot iRacing was a thing. They stopped talking about it entirely.
Oh god, we're 3 wide.
Oh my god. People need to calm down. You're racing for 25th on lap 6.
Honestly, what are we doing here? Racing on ping pong.
Like, not only are they being crazy, but they're racing for 25th. You're in the 20s. It's lap 6.
Of
Work on fuel
100.
or something. Work on fuel or something.
Oh, just 3 wide on the front straight.
It's more effective things to do in the back of the field than wreck each other on lap 7.
The meaningless guys in the back, as Denny Hamlin once said.
Has he even won a late model race?
That was hilarious, by the way. Some of that petty NASCAR drama is incredibly entertaining, I have to say. I have to full disclosure
You know,
say.
if this guy behind me wants to go, I'll let him go. Like, he just seems very determined to pass me.
Ooh, there is some push in this setup. That's
That's the track temp. I think that's Sean behind me. Yeah, that's the beautiful Toro Rosso car. Sean, I am going to let you by, sir. Don't get so close to me. You're making me nervous.
don't
bud.
stand so close to me.
You know, and if this other car that was being kind of wild on the start wants to go by, he can go by. Oh, and the guy that wrecked me is flipping. Wow.
Hey, we actually made it like 3 laps that time.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what the heck are we doing here?
Was that supposed to be a Vettel impression? That was British.
I have no clue. I thought he was doing like an Irish impression for a second. We're 10% of the race.
Oh, dude, let me tell you. When I was doing, did you see that I did a full-length Indy 500 Evolution race?
I did not.
Oh God, I did. And what was stupid about that was I made it even harder on myself, or more tedious on myself, because I set the AI lower accidentally, and I couldn't change it when I realized I'd done it. So the AI were really slow, so I didn't even have a good race. Like, exciting. It was just like literally like lapping
You
cars.
just had to grind it out.
Yeah, it was a grind. So I have to literally. I don't have to, but I do want to redo it and do a different year and actually do a 100% race for the AI. Or
Oh
actually
my gosh, I just realized something.
Alright, boys, we gotta hurry
Dude,
up.
I'm gonna be able to attend an IndyCar race strictly as a spectator this year.
You didn't stop Herta.
What are we
I guess I
doing?
could do that usually. There's a couple races, but
Yeah, you can attend a NASCAR race as a spectator, man. You get to be my expert analyst on the Brickyard 400.
hell yeah.
Actually, no, I should.
It appears that the number 8 car is crossing the bricks at a faster rate than the other cars.
Well, you know, Darian and all those guys will be there.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, that's the okay. We'll talk about that, Kyle.
It's
we-
not even a secret. You just.
Oh no,
they've
no,
already
no.
Put it out.
Oh no, I know. Okay, so yes and no. Oh yeah, is Pitt in the strat right now? I think it is.
Hope it is. So I can get my lap back the non-gimmick way.
I hate to break it to you. There's cars that stayed out. What was I gonna say? No, there's some NASCAR drivers I know that follow me, so I probably could get some NASCAR drivers to be involved in the Brickyard coverage. We'll just have to see.
First IndyCar race, they're letting fans back in.
No, I overshot the.
As far as I'm aware, it's gonna be Indianapolis road course.
Can I get a wave?
And it's before Iowa.
Oh no, I lost 3 positions.
Same.
Wave. Can I get a wave around?
Trying to figure out what escape is at.
Yeah. Where's your? Oh God Almighty! I gotta do the.
Number
Get off
10.
of the. I gotta get off of the relative. I've got to off track now.
Yo, these people are brave for not pitting for fuel.
I almost removed you from the race. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to throw the yellow wave around.
Clear the top. Clear the top. Cole, stop talking over me. Clear the top. Clear the top.
Can I just say how excited I am
Thank you, beautiful
for the
people. Except
St.
for
Pete
except for
season finale that's gonna
clear the
happen?
top.
I bet you are.
Thank you.
I bet you are. Mr. Half a second faster than the field on the first practice
My father
session.
didn't tell me anything. I blame him.
I'm also extremely happy about the triple header at IMS.
I'm the real 15 here.
I will say that freaking St. Pete is a beautiful area.
You're the real
I was
number 15?
thoroughly impressed when I was there for like 2 days. And then had to
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah, I mean,
Great.
it depends on where you go. Definitely where I stayed wasn't the best area, but
Well, I mean, when we went to that, when we tried to go to that Kmart that was closed, that was a little sketchy, but it wasn't too
You
bad.
Find a
stayed-
nice hobby shop. Did find a nice hobby shop.
We stayed in Tampa, I think. Didn't we stay in Tampa?
More towards Tampa, yeah.
yeah, I think you did.
It's further north. I know that.
St. Pete seemed like ages ago.
Yeah, no kidding. Friggin', I think about Daytona earlier this year, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that was this year? God.
I know.
I was like, because the thing is, and I was so impressed, I was so happy that people enjoyed that coverage, because I'm like, I was operating like 50% of what I really wanted to do at my race coverage, or like at my race at the track coverage, because it all came together kind of late. IMSA hard card, getting all the equipment, getting Kyle where he needed to go, all that stuff came together so late that the coverage to me wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. And the fact that people were so receptive to it, and the amount of views it got in freaking January when racing and YouTube is like dead, I was really, really excited for St. Pete and the races that were to come, and the races that are to come still, but I'm really excited to see what's going to happen, because there was a lot of momentum I felt like we were building up there.
It's kind of crazy how like the topics and the drivers that we would have talked about like had none of the coronavirus stuff happen is like way different than a lot of the people that are on the top of our mind right now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's another thing I need to do is I need to put together the redo the bandwagoners guide.
You know, I'm just gonna say it. This race.
Like, I feel like a lot of people have been talking about Connor Daly, and he's gotten a lot of press for himself.
Well, that's the iRacing stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Should have started at 7 in the morning.
there's definitely a lot of and people now are back hating Ferrucci 100% mostly. People are mad at Pagano.
For a while there, a lot of people were talking shit about Askew after he had. those
Oh,
couple
that's true. I
incidents.
forgot about
I remember
that.
And then as
yeah.
soon as Ferrucci crashed him, it was like, oh, Oliver's a great guy again.
I mean, Oliver's a good guy. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's why I didn't like that people were kind of goofing on him after the iRacing crashes. 'Cause I'm like, you know, it's eh.
And he was taking it like so seriously too. It was not like at all that he just got in and just crashed because he didn't care. Like,
You can just go into your pit box.
No, I need to hit the pit wall for dramatic effect.
I want you to go out and hit the P score.
I see what you're doing now.
What for?
Hey, cool,
Is he
look,
hitting?
Hit everything else out there. I
Goddamn.
want you to be perfect. God damn it.
I got the Connor Daly car ahead of me. I guess we'll take a look at that real quick.
Can you repeat that?
That is a nice livery. They definitely have the freaking. That's like the AJ Foyt color on the Connor Daly
David,
car.
you need to follow me through this.
Where are you? You're like 2 cars up.
Yeah, I'm 10th.
Okay.
I'm 22nd.
Well, I'm gonna try to do the Rossi restart, but I'm not gonna do
I'm
it.
gonna do the Rossi restart. I can assure you of that.
Oh no.
Way too hot. Way too hot.
I'll go 4 wide if I have to.
Kyle, did
Way
you
too
see?
hot.
Kyle, I'm disappointed in your commentary of the race the other day because I was doing some amazing moves and you guys were just like going, "Oh, there's David Land moving up another position."
We were just like struck by your terrible fuel strategy.
Yeah, but like after that, on my charge back through the field, you guys were just like, "Oh yeah."
When you wrecked 3 people.
Well, the first one, I will take the Skipper one, but I definitely wrecked Skipper obviously unintentionally.
Coming out
But
of 4, you definitely.
that was definitely
turned
my
someone.
fault. No, what I did was I pushed up and the guy didn't lift,
You know,
and he
you know
caught
what I
the back of
realized
me.
your other problem is, David. Your seating position on iRacing is way too low. You need to make it. You need to put it up.
Yeah, it's so unrealistic though.
No, it's not. Because think about it. Your wheel is on your desk, right? So the wheel on the game should be towards the bottom of the screen. That
Oh,
is
that's
the-
actually, yeah. It's probably a good point. I got a horrible.
You can't like see over your dash.
I can see over it.
Not as well as you should. Think about it. Think about when you're looking at your car right now, where the driver's head is literally looking straight at the steering wheel. Like you are like.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, I'll have to. I can't
like
fix
if
it
I
right
had-
now.
If a 6-year-old like got to sit in the car and like just sit in there, he would.
No,
that would
I'm
be
just,
your
you know,
driver.
I'm just Cristiano D'Amata. I'm just really, really short. Is that too much of a boomer reference? I mean, that
These
guy,
guys in front of me
guy
are
raced
really-
like 5 years ago, and it's too much of a boomer reference.
guys in
That
front
was
of
too much for a
me.
boomer reference.
Oh, he's a champion. He raced in F1. Getting that
It's
limiter.
hard here.
What's up?
It's hard back in the back.
I know. What the problem is just I shouldn't have used the default setup. That was a mistake because you're getting into the limiter all the way down the damn straightaway in 6th.
I think the setup's alright.
You don't like
Good
the?
for racing.
Oh, I guess so. I don't like the gearing. I like to hit 240 on the straights in the draft.
God damn it.
Boy, one of those guys up front is kind of holding this whole pack up.
I'm sorry, but if anyone is snaking to break the draft on lap 16 out of 100, I will judge you. I'm judging you.
Oh my
do
god.
Really?
I got a huge draft on cars ahead of me.
Can't let nobody get my clean air.
In the middle of a pack, by the way. He's in the middle of a pack right now.
That actually wasn't me, but I would do that.
Oh, I got some pushed off of the last corner, and here comes Cole underneath me. Maybe. Is he gonna back out? Oh! Well. Hey man, it looked like you were bailing out of it.
I did, and then he turned down too soon. Well, in other news, I'm about to hit the pit wall, so everybody keep your eye on the pit wall here.
Oh god.
Watch out for that 15 car, he's about to go insane.
I gotta drive this crash car. Oh, we're spinning.
I miss when we could just use a tear off.
Calling my name, I gotta go get it. How are you gonna hit the pit wall, by the way? You gonna hit the front end?
I was side by side with Tom Holland going into one there.
Olsen, brother.
Tom, if you weren't gonna back out there, that would have been a wreck.
In 2, we're in 2.
Oh god, I gotta drive around fast.
Pace car, that's why.
My car is so screwed right now.
This car's so far away.
I think running.
By the way, David, you can't if you go
Rossi on his A,
like to
and
no.
then I proceeded to get Rossi right
If
back.
you go to graphics adjustment, there's force feedback on the bottom, and the one above that is driver heights. Just go up on that.
Well, I'm not towing, I'm driving back to the pits.
Okay, well when you get in the pit lane, then just like click it up. I have mine at like 2 inches, but I also have my some other things changed. But really just
Oops.
Yeah,
Pump it
these
up.
cars that definitely have some understeer down there, and if you're racing with somebody you can race close with, you can do it. But I mean,
I just,
you'd lose it on the bottom.
I just Dennis Vitolo'd under yellow.
Just gotta have some throttle control.
I don't know how you would lose it with a setup anywhere on the track.
All right, man, I salute you.
did it hit the pit wall?
He's doing it.
Oh, he's about to hit it behind me, I think.
Here we go.
Oh god.
Oh, Lord. Watch the front stretch.
I'm not giving him a wave around for that.
He was upside down.
Oh, I blew my engine up. Right as I'm getting,
Nice.
right as I'm getting in the pits. Oh, I made
How,
it.
from shifting
I
too
made
much?
it. No, from just driving a wrecked car back to the pits.
Oh.
Oh, my car is still fucked. Well, I got tow. God damn it.
You didn't get to the pit lane?
No, I got there. It's just that iRacing did the thing where you do a fast repair and this thing is still screwed up. The suspension.
Cole is off to eat pizza.
Oh, Cole decided to yeet
Yeah.
out.
That's why he went into the wall.
Thankfully, it's only going to take me 17 seconds to tow. That's good.
All the F's in the chat, beautiful.
Can we do an Indy Pro 2000 race as soon as it comes out?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
We gotta do some like freaking North Wilkesboro madness.
If I
with those cars.
bought the Pro Mazda now, would I get the?
USF and Indy Pro at Lucas Oil Raceway?
If I got the Pro Mazda like now, would I get the USF stuff when it came out?
Yeah, you would get one of them. I think you would get whatever
for
the
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the car came with both.
Does it?
As soon as the new one comes out, they'll make the old one free content anyway. So
Yeah, that's why you buy the old one so you can get the new one free. Oh, also everybody buy. I need to buy Long Beach before they up the price.
Hell yeah.
Are they finishing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing they talked about.
Clear the top. Clear the top. Clear the top.
David Land cheating like always.
Hey, if everybody else gets a
Go to
wave
the
around.
top.
What would you have done if I just swerved up and took you out?
I mean, you would have ruined your race too. So.
Oh,
So here's the
somebody's-
question: by towing, did I use my other fast repair?
Yes.
So I've got two. I've got no fast repairs now.
You have one.
They're probably not going to give you the finished track. You can buy the tech track.
They won't give you the finished track if you buy the test track.
They probably would.
If you buy a tech track and then it becomes a real track, you get refunded the price for the tech track.
Oh, that sucks. Never mind. I'll just wait.
But basically, they give you a free track.
No.
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that
What are we doing here?
tracks that get released to the tech track, they have no real intention of finishing. Like, there's no guarantee they'll actually finish it.
But that's the point, is don't have any intention of
Kyle.
releasing it, so they're just releasing a test drive.
They just wrecked under yellow.
Huh?
You still do any karting?
Yeah.
Where?
Newcastle.
He barely does any karting. He has all this go-karting equipment, never runs.
I do a couple races.
A couple races.
Takes money.
Well, that's true.
It does cost money.
I wish it cost less.
If it wasn't so expensive.
I need something to haul. I would go do, like, just go do it, but I don't have anything to haul it with.
If you just buck up and get a 206 motor, you'd be able to run a lot more affordably. Just saying.
That's true.
I can. The thing is, it's hauling my stuff. Places do.
The thing is, though, like, that's not the cost that I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
tires,
travel and
mainly.
tires and
and
crashing. That's the other problem.
I can yeah. If it weren't for the tire cost, because I'm not going to show up to lose. And if you're showing an X30 race without new tires, then you're showing up to lose.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much any class. If you don't have fresh tires like the guys in the front, then you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Why are you there?
That's not how thankfully, that's not how 206 racing works. It's all about your engine builder and actually having a chassis that won't.
Tires are still a huge part of it.
Kinda. I mean,
like the Yamaha stuff I do, it's all about your engine builder and stuff. But if you show up with all that good stuff and you don't have tires,
here's why the tires don't matter as much in 206 is because there's not so much horsepower. So first of all, you don't wear the tires as much, and second of all, you have way more grip.
While you're talking, I'm gonna go look in the YouTube chat and see when Steve.
Oh, Steve's definitely coming in, but what I'm saying is the 206 tires have way more grip than they need. So
yeah.
I mean,
then I'm getting rid of like the whole training aspect and like actually driving something that's difficult to drive.
Oh, just drive an 11-year-old chassis. Then it'll be difficult to drive. So.
And I would just be shitty to drive. It wouldn't be difficult.
Go drive a shifter car. That's the. That's
I want to get a Rotax. I want a Rotax because those things go like 50 hours on an engine rebuild.
That's the shifter's the adrenaline and the focus that you need. Oh, Steve just said on me. The tires don't matter.
I think
tires don't matter in an enduro. Yeah, that's not true. I know that's not true.
Shifter is less relevant to racing than single speed is, for sure.
I've been there a few times to watch it. They usually have it.
It's also like 5 times the price.
X30 125cc would be more relevant to like jumping into an F4 or a USF 2000 than a shifter cart would be. Shifter carts have way too much power to weight and way too much grip overall. It's like an F1 car.
So you're saying like something like tag would be better training than a shifter?
Yeah, but that's why everyone does it.
It's still so expensive.
Is more like fun, but like,
Tag is so expensive though. For a spec class, it's so expensive. Because that's what I was originally looking at instead of 206. And it's just like, god damn, so expensive.
It is. I mean, it's cheap for racing though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you're almost getting into Formula V budgets when you're getting into like the higher echelons of karts, and it's like, why not go run a real car then?
What budget did you say?
Formula V.
Oh. Well, yeah, but dude, the competition in karting is unreal compared to Formula V.
That's true, but you can win in Formula V. If you're halfway decent, you can win. See?
Yeah. I don't know if you. Oh!
They reckon? Oh, they are reckon. We're gonna do the Santucci move and go down on the warm-up lane.
What were we talking about?
Formula V competitiveness.
Oh. Yeah, but like karting at the top level is like the same. Is like as competitive as you'll ever get in any form of racing.
That's true. That's very true.
Because you have like. You just have people that have grown up
Ronnie,
doing
is
it.
my rear wing damaged from your inability to hit the brakes?
Like karting,
that's mean.
Karting, in like the sheer raw numbers of it, is probably more competitive than like a lot of the junior Formula series.
Oh yeah, well that's why I always kind of feel good when when I run one race a year and I'm 30th in a freaking 206 class on an 11-year card. I'm like, I'm not doing too bad.
It is a 0x, so I feel like it's fine, but
I mean, there's a reason that every single person that's successful in road course racing started in karting.
Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Killstonk is going off in the chat, by the way, Kyle.
I guarantee it. Yeah.
I'll read what Killstonk is saying. First of all, he said you don't need tires every weekend in 206, and this is coming from a guy who wins in 206. He says, yes, it is, and you know it, probably in regards to your enduro tires.
Enduro racing. I don't... Well, the thing is, if you're on a... You can use enduro tires for... The thing is, they're 30-minute races, so you can get 2 weekends out of them until they become slower. Trust me, I've done it. If you have 2 hours on the tires, and there's still tread left in the tires, but you go and race on 2-hour tires, then you are not going to be as competitive. Trust,
okay,
for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna raise
Even
my
like
hand.
hour-and-a-half tires.
I'm gonna give an opinion
that
here.
fourth race on those tires are gonna be way slower than.
In X30 though, you have like 1 session on the tires, and then they're consistent after that. But like if you don't have that qualifying pace, you're done.
Especially a freaking Mid-Ohio dude.
Don't worry, Garrett. I'm not gonna hit you. Now here's my opinion. I'm gonna give a really shitty opinion here. If they really need, that's something they need to rein in. Like why is a karting budget so dependent on tires? That to me, they need to rein that in. Like it shouldn't be like that. For entry level racing, you shouldn't have to buy tires for every session. That's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned.
But like that's how they like keep it equal though. That's the problem is when you tell everyone to have used tires, then you get people that are just buying new tires to run them 5 laps and then they're basically new. Like, that's how they keep it equal, because when everyone's on new, that's how you make sure that it's a level playing field. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe you just allocate, say, you can show up with 5 different serial numbers of tires the whole season, and you decide how you use them. If you want to use 5 sets of tires in the first race...
that's ideal. Like, they should make it so, like, at club level series, that it's like, oh, you use new tires this race, and you have to use them for race 1, race 2, and race 3 of the series, and like you can't basically you wouldn't want to run them other than that because you'd just be putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah, or just literally just have people register their tires and like you get a certain your driver ID or whatever has a certain number of tires that they scan because every tire has a barcode on it, right? So they can just scan the barcode and just say, okay, well you've signed up for you've run Newcastle twice this year on 2 sets of tires. You've got 3 sets of tires left that you can use or whatever. Or if you just want to run one race and run 5 sets of tires and then never go back to that track, go for it. It's your money. But I would like to, and again, I don't want to be somebody who's just going into racing and making rules, but that's something that I think for entry level racing goddamn, it costs so much.
David, can we get a wave around?
Yes.
It does.
Yes, I can do that. You know what a car I just want to drive again is a Formula Ford so bad. Those things are so nice to drive.
You know what I find fascinating? The fact that a shifter is cheaper to maintain than a Yamaha. Once you have it, it's cheaper to maintain because of how.
Are you talking about a CR125?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a dirt bike engine.
Yeah, but I still think it's fascinating.
They're not supported anymore.
It's not a good class to race though, because they're so unequal.
You're right.
And if you want to get one from Sweet Tech that is going to be actually good and race, like able to win races, it's going to cost you like $7,000.
See, Braden understands.
And they're not supported anymore either. I mean, we literally have that from the horse's mouth. we know that from the top, the top of the top there. So, yeah, there's something I need to follow up on, Kyle. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I actually have some context that I can use that I wasn't able to use before. So we'll see if I can rustle up some what's going on with that.
Rustle up some jimmies.
No, I do that on Twitter. I do that all day, every day on Twitter.
That was kind of how Rotax was. Like Rotax was you like actually to run the engine. Like I'm talking national level series, and I was with the best team in Rotax at the time. And literally they were like, oh yeah, we just like rebuild them like at the end of the season, it's whatever. But then like to get a good engine, it costs so much.
push it down a hill.
I'm looking at paying like 400 something bucks to get my 206 tuned before I go to the big brickyard.
If you want an old Leopard, I could sell you one.
But they wouldn't let me run. They would kick me out for running a different. You gotta run. It's a spec motor series, boy.
Do they not run Leopards anywhere?
Not that I'm aware of. Probably I could. We could get the Kyle. We could get the 91 going. We could enter it in the vintage race with the Leopard motor on it.
It's not even vintage. It's like 2009.
Well, the chassis from '99. That's vintage, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You just put golf cart tires.
That's hilarious, dude.
Boy.
I can't wait to go karting again.
Oh, I'm excited. I have a new chassis. Like I think it's new-ish, not as new as.
It's not a
It's like
95 chassis.
Mine's like the Sodi cart.
Kyle,
aiming around
the
here.
chassis
It's like
you drive
2016.
is the chassis you drive right now is older than you. Have you ever considered that?
But the chassis I'm aiming to drive
Excuse me.
next is a 2016 Sodi with a. It's actually not a Honda class now. It's the KZ.
Ooh, I would love to do SVRA. Does anyone have a car that I can drive?
I have a Honda
Try to find,
Civic.
like, an old IRL car or a kart car.
Oh
You
hell,
know, what I'm confused about is why they got rid. Like, I'm not confused, but I'm kind of like angry about is that they got rid of the 80 shifter class. Like, I know 80 shifters are dying out, but I think that those carts are just so much fun to drive on sprint tracks, dude. It's the perfect horsepower. It is the perfect horsepower. Brayden, have you ever driven an 80 shifter?
Nah.
Yeah, if you get the chance to do it, it is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Have you driven a 125 shifter?
No.
Oh, well, that's also fantastic. Maybe not in my 1998 Tony kart. It's still fun, but it's not as fantastic, I think, as probably a newer kart.
I'm putting an Intimidale on this guy. I'm driving like a millimeter behind him. I just got out of the way.
I'm trying to set up a run on these guys ahead of me. God, passing is so difficult in these cars. Especially when there's like 5 or 6 guys training in front of you. It's like, how am I supposed to pass these guys without taking an incredible risk?
It's not possible. It's got to be a risk. I'm getting such a run off these corners, but I keep stalling out when I pull out, so it's like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I keep getting such a great run through the corners.
Alright, here we go. I might actually have a run on Garrett here. Come on, baby. Come on. The car just... Yeah, you're right. It does stall out, doesn't it?
Brayden, you traitor.
What happened?
I gave. He pulled out to pass, and I gave the other guy a draft so that they wouldn't be able to catch up to me.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, come on. Give me a draft. God almighty, this is so frustrating. This is so frustrating.
Oh my gosh. Tom's just backing me up in the middle of the corners. I have nothing I can do. I'm so much faster in the corners.
I would lift off and try to catch him on the exit.
That's what I'm doing, but then I pull out the pass and it stalls.
Oh! Look out.
I was literally like off throttle. Just like...
Oh, so you were the guys that were holding everybody up. I was like, man, we got this huge train of cars that's just not going anywhere.
Tom.
Tom is saying sorry.
It's fine, Tom. that wasn't like that was net code. I knew it. There's no, cause like I was lifting, like I was gonna get the heck out of that, and then like just there was still room there. Dang it, net code. Fucking trash service. iRacing.
Should I pit?
I'm definitely pitting. I
That
shouldn't have
wasn't like
said
the
that because
first-
now everybody's gonna pit.
That wasn't like the lap 2 incident where like he had like 3 car lengths below him, but dang, dude, that's gonna be my last fast repair. I just want to get up to the front of the pack and out of this traffic, dude. That's all I want.
It's a track position race. It's like the Coke 600.
Yeah, the freaking the.
And like the Coke 600, we've also had 5 yellows in 30 laps.
Man, it's so impossible to pass. I kept like getting insane runs in the corners on him, and I'd pull out beside him on the straightaway, and then just not only would I stall, he would pull ahead, so it's not even like I could put a nose in.
God, we're only 30 laps into this race.
At this rate, I'm gonna be out in like.
Every time you set the distance, I feel like you're like, oh, what's that? What's the lap time there? Like 24 seconds? This will be about this long, and it ends up being like 3 times as long.
I know.
At this rate, I'm gonna be out of the race in 20 laps. Use my last fast repair now.
Yeah, even though this made me fail the other time, I'm going to go for track position here. I'm staying out.
No.
Got about 4 cars that stayed out, so I'm going to be 4th.
Every time, man! Go in reverse! Oh my god. I'm so
You keep
done.
overshooting your pit, mate?
Yes, I really messed it up that time.
Chris Gabehart, Car Chief Brandon Griffith, and Team Engineer Scott Simmons have been suspended from Denny Hamlin's team.
Yeah.
For the next 4 races.
That's believe it or not, that's the freaking that's the official penalty for losing weight on the track.
Eye pacing. Yep.
No kidding. Hopefully we at least get the 2 to go this time by. Probably won't though. We're almost 100 miles into it though. That's good. Only 150 to go.
David is in P4.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get up to him to wreck him.
Good luck. You gotta stop overshooting your pit, bud.
Hey man, I only lost 2 spots.
That's specifically why I did this, so I wouldn't have to be in the pack the whole time. We'll get some of that clean air, man.
I'm gonna send it.
Did you know Dale Earnhardt could see the error?
Did you know that when 2 go-karts are slipstreaming, it helps the guy in front as well, even if there's no contact?
Yeah, that's how drafting works. It's a magical thingy.
Wild stuff. Dark magic. Aerodynamics.
This really should be 1 to go. I don't know why this game insists on having 5 lap yellows.
Because iRacing makes it the same for literally every track, even if you're at IMS or at, I don't know, Lucas Oil.
But they freaking they make the. But here's the thing though, they make the start procedure laps different, so they can change it. So why don't they change it for these bigger tracks? Or just give us the option. Just give us the option. Just let us decide how many.
There's a lot of things that I like iRacing to do before that.
Such as?
Why are you still a lap down?
I don't know if I want to say all that.
Give
you know?
Sean me if you want to. I'll wave around.
Who needs to wait? Well, it's too late. Oh no, I guess it's not too late now.
I love iRacing.
You just got it. You just
right
got to
now
go.
it's a bit overused.
Sean
Well,
is number
duh.
6. I'm number 10.
I think we need to go back to Dirt 3. I think we need the chat. Who wants to see some Dirt 3 transporter?
What the hell?
Top.
Have you
top.
played Dirt 3 transporter?
Is Sean in a freaking Ferrari? Is that what I saw? What?
I clicked on your video, your live stream, and that's the commercial that came up.
Oh, he said, "This is Kyle." I was just like, "What the hell?" That was very meta there. So, what do you think of all these Ferrari rumors, Braden?
I mean,
That's
it would be great.
David.
I don't know if it'll happen. I feel like Ferrari says a lot and does very little, always.
Well, that's quite true. Kyle, what do you think?
I don't know. I think it's like it's the first time it's happened in a long time where they've made these claims of IndyCar and all that. So it's like it should be taken seriously, but at the same time, you have no clue what those guys are doing, and also you can't really trust them coming because of things that have happened. You know, remember when Porsche was coming and all that?
Yeah, but that was IndyCar
All
that screwed that one up.
I mean, putting more money,
that's what I'm
more
saying, though. You
manufacturer
can't trust
money into
it.
the sport is always a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't they? They got
And
plenty of
especially if it increases the driver salaries, you know?
Yeah, okay. Somebody wants that red money right there.
I don't know if you guys saw that Adam Stern reported that Ferrari is starting a 410 sprint car program, factory back.
No, that was Adam Slurn. You got slurned, bud.
Oh, are you
Ferrari starting a Chili Bowl team to field Kyle Larson.
Well, first off, why would you believe that?
Carl Larson won a World of Outlaw race.
I don't know, man.
Like
I'm
yesterday,
really trying.
putting that out there.
Sarcasm today.
I can't believe he's racing again.
He won. He won a race.
He has his own sprint car team.
I know.
The first day at I-55, he broke the freaking track record,
Man's got nothing to lose.
freaking nay-naying on everyone at that point.
Oh no! What's going on?
Are they wrecking already?
Even all that drama that happened with Larson, that feels like forever ago at this point. Jeez.
Yeah, real racing is back. We actually have something else to talk about.
Oh, I got the run of a lifetime.
Oh, how did he get that run off of the corner? Okay. Well, we're going 2x2 all the way down into turn 3 here. I'm going to try so hard not to push up into Garrett this time. He's getting flashbacks, I know that, from the Indy 150 or whatever. All right, I got it. I didn't crash you off before that time, Garrett. I'm so happy.
I am very happy for the team.
Ooh, that bump in 3 or that bump in 2 is nasty.
Turn 2 is my.
What's up?
Turn 2 is my least favorite corner on this track.
I was blinking a little bit there, so I was a little bit worried about that. All right, let's try to get some clean air. Come on, let's get some clean air. Cleaner. Oh, I pushed. Nope. The professional is here.
Someone hit the wall. Someone hit the wall. Yikes, 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 yikes. Don't save it and go up the track. Come on, come on. You got it.
I have no idea what just happened, other than John Smith died.
Oh no, not John Smith.
Your heat race winner.
Yeah, the heat race winner.
I could not make contact with either of them.
Let's go, Braden. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, you picked the row. We're 4 wide right now. This is not going to end well. Oh, how did we pull that off? How did we make that? How did we make that? No, how did we... Hold on a second. How did we just go 4 wide into turn 1? How did... What? Hold on a second. How did we go 4 wide into turn 1 and not crash? How?
Did you not crash in turn 2 though?
No. No, we didn't. How? How did we do that?
There was a crash in 2 though.
Chat. No, I need to watch the replay after the race because I don't believe that just happened. I don't believe.
Have you ever?
See, I was hoping Braden would go to the inside because I was gonna bump draft him past all those guys, but he went to the outside. I'm like, okay, well, we're going 4 wide then. Oh yeah, you went in the
middle.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any room down there.
Oh, there was plenty of room. I found it. I didn't wreck. Oh god, what's the chances there's gonna be a huge pileup when they get the pace car here?
Camber got knocked in. He'll turn better.
How in the hell did we not wreck? I'm still trying to figure that one out. That was like the Freedom 100.
Hey, my thing's saying to look 25 car by.
I'm watching the replay on your stream.
Yeah, can you explain that? Professional.
He said this is not gonna end well, still did it.
Oh, of course I did.
Coming back.
It's for the fans, man.
TV.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Oh, you almost faked me out there. I almost
Why did everyone just check up?
I probably should have pitted there. Nah, I went the track position.
Pitting's well, I guess it's not. If there's
No, the track. No, let me tell you, like running up front, that was so much better than running in the back. I got to actually pass people up front. It's like the real Indy 500. Like the first couple cars could pass each other, but everybody like from fourth on back is just in a line, can't move.
He almost faked me out there.
You did almost fake me out. You were like going in. I was like, oh crap, he's going in.
People will always fake me out on iRacing, and it pisses me off.
Still got freaking 3 laps to go.
It does kind of suck to be at the front when it's under caution because, like, everything you do, you're always at a disadvantage. Like, if you go in, there's gonna be people that don't go in and jump you, and then if you do go in, or if you don't go in, then everyone's gonna pit behind you. You're always the loser at the front.
Well, that's why that's why I really wish iRacing would, even if they didn't implement it as a hard, fast rule, I wish they would limit the amount of tires you can take.
They're
in a
doing
race.
that in the next season.
Are they? Thank Christ.
At least they're starting out with the NASCAR cars, but it's going to be...
Why can't they do it for just? It would literally be a menu, right? Just like a menu, drop-down menu in the freaking beta UI, where you just go, hey, you can use 4 sets of tires in this 100-lap race. You can use them whenever you want, but that would just make it so much better. So much better.
Ever added push to pass?
Isn't push to pass?
is in the car.
Push to pass is in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
On road courses.
Yeah, they don't use it on ovals anymore.
That's disgusting. I hate it.
Why would he
Alright.
want push to pass in the ovals?
These cars on iRacing?
Had it in 2011.
It would honestly help.
Push to pass on ovals as well.
They
I feel
used
like the
to.
draft is
It was like
already so
back in
strong, though.
2011 when they had it though. They didn't use it. They've never used push to pass on the ovals with the DW12.
I guess that shows how much I follow IndyCar.
Yeah, there you go. Yikes!
Can you guys see me?
Barely. It looks like the pace car has huge tires right now.
Why did IndyCar decide in 2011 that push to pass on ovals and double file restarts were the move?
Push to pass, I understand because the cars were way too close at that point. But the double file restarts, I can't believe they didn't kill anybody, especially at the 500. Like I was rewatching the 2011 race yesterday, and when it was on ESPN2, and I'm watching those restarts, I'm like, my God. It's like they're 4 wide, and they're like almost like there's like 10 cars almost hitting the pit wall on every restart, and it's like, yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea in the entire world.
I think we should do a standing start for the 500 this year.
Just as long as Savager doesn't enter, that's the one thing I'll say. So wait, since Trump just locked down Brazil, does that mean that Felipe Nasser is screwed, and he's not gonna come? He's not gonna come and run in any car, or at least run Texas.
No idea.
So then, who's gonna run the
Indy Pro 2000 on board? iRacing did.
Wait, what did they?
Yeah, on their Instagram.
Oh wow.
Honestly, Kyle, from the back, it looks like you're running an old Verizon Indy car scheme.
Yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Like the old, I think it was Elio Castroneves schemes. It was like the black and red ones.
Oh shit, yeah.
That was actually just a Team Penske car, though.
No, he had a Verizon car.
Elio didn't have a Verizon car.
Yeah, he did. The GP a couple years.
You know,
That was an all-silver car, though. He's talking about, like, the 2010 car. Like the old Verizon. Because remember, Elio's Verizon car was silver.
I bet we probably would have lost 3/4 of the field to Rex, too.
And Elio did, I think he did run a regular Verizon car, but it was black.
Really his fault.
Wait, what was Chris mad about?
No, it was red, it wasn't black.
Chris, what were you mad about? I missed that. Kyle was talking.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just joking.
I know, but what did you say? I didn't hear it.
I said if Matt Skipper was the admin right now, we'd be 3/4 of the race done because we wouldn't have all these automatic yellows.
Ah, that's a good point. I didn't think Skipper wanted to do that anymore.
I don't know, man. I'm just playing.
He's trying to get me in trouble is what he's trying to do. And I'm not here for your shitty Santucci redemption arc.
I'm gonna love this show when it goes live.
Oh, we're not here for your redemption arc.
Let's go win green.
Hell no.
Or they're all gonna check up. They're all gonna brake check. I can feel it.
Depends what Braden does. That's uncanny. Like, as soon as I lift it off, Braden hit the gas.
Oh god, you got a huge run.
Yeah, I kind of took a risk in turn one there. We'll see. Oh, well, I brushed the wall a little bit.
You hit the wall?
Yeah, I brushed it. It's fine.
No.
Car's alright. Feels alright. We'll see. If it spins out in turn 2, I'm so sorry. Or turn 3. Ooh, that's a little bit of curb there, Mr. Eves.
Stop driving your mirrors.
Oh, what are you doing? That's a slam draft there, boy. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I didn't hit you, did I?
Oh, you hit the crap out of me. Freaking moved my car.
Are you
You were going like 10 miles an hour faster than me. You jacked me up. Oh, why is Charlie Kimball sticking his nose underneath me in turn 3? That is awful.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there's Chris and his Robbie Gordon cart. Make it 3 wide, Chris. I dare you. No, he backed out. Of course he did. Oh, that guy's pushing. Oh boy, that was close. I'm still on old tires too.
Yeah, you guys should have pit. Because I only came out in like 13th.
Nah, I'm good. I prefer the clean air, honestly.
I seem to be doing alright right now. There's a lot less tire wear when you're in the front anyways.
Okay, Simon.
Is that like the new OK Boomer?
No. Okay, Simon?
I mean, he is kind of a boomer.
Oh god, no. I remember when Simon was a young laddie. Wasn't that long ago?
50 years old. When Simon was young, you were like in the womb.
No, when Simon was young, I was like 12. I remember when Simon was like had like skater boy hair, and he was in Atlantics, and then ran Champ Car, and I think he beat Graham Rahal for the championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I guess Graham blew up. But that's what kept Simon going, was the funding for that. That's what kept him in the U.S.
Yeah, imagine if Graham had just beat him for the championship. Graham would have a Penske right now, and Simon wouldn't. Graham would have won last year's Indy 5. No, Rossi probably would have beat him. Let's be honest.
You know, Penske actually considered Graham after 15. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Fun fact.
that's why he hired him for his sports cars.
Yup. That was also a Honda thing, too.
Yeah, but if RP was already looking at somebody, like, RP doesn't hire people that he wasn't looking at to begin with.
Back to being behind Tom.
Woohoo!
I don't even think this pack ahead of me is the lead pack. I'm in 11th, and I think... Did you guys space away or something?
Oh yeah, the three of us are like, the three leaders are like away. Me and Braden and Chris, we're just kind of gone right now.
See, Tom just has a little draft from the pack ahead of us. And so when I pull out to pass him, he just has a little bit more.
Boy, my aero screen's getting nasty. I still can't believe the first race for these things is going to be under the lights of Texas. What a freaking test that's going to be. That was a terrible entry into turn 3.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Well, best case scenario, it deflects a tire in a crash or something, and then we get to validate the change right away. Worst case scenario, it's a total disaster, but I'm hoping it won't be. Because they're on the big NBC, too. I haven't even talked about that yet. Roger actually came through for us in NBC Sports, making sure that that thing's on the network. Prime time racing, IndyCar racing, on an oval. Could have a big TV rating. Oh, Chris, what are you doing? He's got to run. I touched the wall just a little bit. Oof, that was close.
Turn one is getting difficult.
I did not have the tires to keep Chris behind me there.
Whoa, someone in the wall.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's so annoying. Well, at least I get to pit now. That was fun. That was actually pretty fun.
Hey, Kyle or Jason, can you see my car and see if there's any damage?
Hey, we actually got over to the midway point before another wreck.
I don't see anything immediately that's sticking out.
Because I went straight through him and it gave me a 4X, so I wasn't sure if I had damage or not.
This setup's not actually horrible.
Same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been under him and got a 4X, so I have no idea if I have damage or not either.
Same thing happened to me.
Pace car in 2, pace car in 2. Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Like, I like went under him. I think I hit him, but you know how iRacing works with, like, kind of went under him, kind of weird. But I got a 4X, so I don't know if I have damage. Suspension's fine, though. That's the good part. So then if there is damage, you just go in and get the optionals.
Yeah, we have to take fuel no matter what, so everyone has to pit.
Oh, excellent. My track position gamble paid off.
This might be like the first time where we could be pitting and getting enough fuel to make it to the end.
50
No,
laps?
more
No way.
cautions.
No way. No
you
way.
need to at least pit on lap 70 or after.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
barely
make
get
it,
30
like,
laps.
You can yeah.
It's
Well,
laps
you
of
can make
30
it.
liters. That means 40 laps for 70 liters.
If you were
with
saving,
a couple caution.
if you were saving really hard, you could make it like 34, 35 laps. With an open setup, you could probably do a 40 lap stint, but 32 to 30.
I'm a little bit triggered by Chris going with silver rims. That car ran with black rims in real life.
Did Chris stay out?
No.
Someone stayed out.
Yeah, Christopher Cologne stayed out. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. And Braden's cheating.
I ain't cheating.
I got
I'm trying.
I got a penalty for doing that the last time I did an iRace, so.
What's he doing?
He's doing the shift tactic.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't have any optional repairs, so.
Are you freaking serious?
You got beat out of the pits!
What is he? What am I doing? They got some kind of hack or something.
He might have had less. Well, he pitted behind us, so he had less fuel than
They
us.
gave me an EOL.
Braden, he pitted. Well, no, he pitted on the same time that you did, so I don't know why. I know why I was slower because I had less fuel on board.
They
But-
gave me an EOL.
Why?
Except for I did the fucking tactic. Grr.
Why would you even do that if you're that far back in the pack?
I was like 11th. I was trying to get up.
I don't know why Braden was doing it. Actually, to be honest.
I had to beat you, man.
Because I
He's-
still got beat out. That's
Yeah.
why. These guys are freaking pros at pitting, apparently.
They're probably short filling. I would not be surprised if Chris is short filling. Seems like something he would do.
Only Indy driver to go for a wee.
Can you tell which country he's from?
Holland?
No. Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought you said. No, he's not. No, Tom Holland is not from Holland.
Oh, and he's the guy I have to let by, so I can't even let him by because he's doing that.
I was about to say, what the hell are you doing?
We should do some C
Oh,
fix.
there he is. We should definitely do some C fixed.
C
I'm totally
fixed.
down for that. If you guys are down after this, I will be on all night long. Not all night. 'cause
Where
I
is
get
it?
7. Indy.
Oh,
Well,
is
actually,
it?
no. Wait, it's Monday, so the season changes. Crap.
Or is it next week?
I don't know where the oval is, but I know they're at Belle Isle next for.
No way.
Ooh, I kind of want to do that. That'd be fun.
That would be insanely hard.
Yeah.
Stopping one of those things on a street course is insane. I was talking to AJ about that. He said that they had to put like 7 boards and shit.
Almendinger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just like,
Tom
AJ.
Holland, you want to give some
I was like,
Spider-Man spoilers?
which AJ is it? There's like 2 that I know, and they're both pretty famous.
Yeah, he was
Kentucky next week.
he always runs with Shank for the sports
Oh,
car
and
stuff. So when I did the
C fixed ovals at Kentucky.
I don't know that track really.
I don't have Kentucky or Belle Isle, so dang it.
Belle Isle is like the most fun track of all time.
I know B fix for Xfinity on oval is at Mid Ohio, so I'm gonna get an Xfinity car and do that. 20 laps at Mid Ohio. And an
Why is this
Xfinity
caution
car.
so long? God almighty.
You know what I really wish that I had right now?
What?
Some sugar cookies from the grocery store.
I do like those. Those are some Midwestern. That's some Midwestern stuff, but it's good Midwestern
I'm
stuff.
probably Indy, not truck.
Do you have Kroger where you live?
Oh hell no, no. We have ShopRite and Wegmans.
What is that?
Yeah, that's what I also would have said.
Meyer?
I wish I wish we had Meyer. God, I miss Meyer. Miss Meyer so much. Meyer
Meyer's
is like the
great.
best store. It's
It
like
is.
it's like what Kmart should have been, but isn't. It's great.
Meyer is so great.
It's better.
They have
It's way better than
everything.
Walmart. It's like a classy Walmart, but not quite as classy as Target.
He's talking about the sugar cookies.
Walmart is really bad right now.
And that is delicious.
Broderick was talking about the sugar cookies for some reason.
Kroger is great too. But Meyer is definitely.
Meyer, you can buy Hot Wheels cars. That's kind of my. It's kind of my. Oh, actually, you can buy Greenlight cars at Meyer, and sometimes they stock IndyCar stuff. Sometimes.
Last time they did that was 2015, and you always say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it 2015? Was it really that
Yeah.
long ago?
It was a Kimball car. It was one Kimball car.
But they stocked it. But they still have like shirts and stuff in the month of May.
Oh yeah.
I guess now it'll be the month of August, but.
I only lost like 3 spots in this EOL, so now I'm behind the lap cars.
So how is IMSA? Did you see the thing about how they're not letting they're not exempting race car drivers at all for any of the travel bans?
I did not.
Yeah, like series officials reached out to the government and was like, "Yo, can you like exempt these people?" And they're exempting some sports, but racing is not on the list.
That's ridiculous.
So basically, like IMSA is fucked.
I guess that means no Fred at the Indy 500 then. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Fresh tires.
I got fresh tires too.
I know, but I haven't had them for a while. Oh, God. Here we go. Oh, there's 2 Robbie Gordon paint schemes. Oh, no, that's an MCI paint scheme, but never mind. Oh, Lord, have mercy. The guys on the old tires, they are getting eaten up quick.
Oh my.
They wrecking again?
No.
David,
Almost.
do me like that.
Sorry about that.
What's up?
You're good.
Oh, I had to get on the brakes
That
there.
wasn't a wreck. That was close.
She was shimmying.
Oh, he going all the way down the grass. He knows the cozy move that I'm gonna put the cozy move on.
Oh my god.
That's the cozy move. I didn't pull it off that time though. I didn't have a good enough run.
Find myself once again behind Tom Holland. You don't have any drafting help in front of you this time, Spider-Man.
Oh my god. This is really pissing me off up there. Just trying to get by this guy. Oh, he keeps parking it in the middle of the car. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, there they go. That's gonna be a yeller right there, son. How many fast repairs have you used, Braden?
None.
Oh, okay. Are you upside down?
Nah, I can keep going.
Braden, why weren't you going on that restart?
Dude, he keeps parking it on the apex.
Why didn't you follow me through? I was parting the Red Sea there. Come on.
I didn't have the speed.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, but turn left. Oh, I almost crashed again.
Hey, we've almost only got 100 miles to go. We're almost 150 down.
Oh, barely missed.
Pace car in 2. Pace car in 2.
Serious?
Yeah, we didn't catch the pace car quick enough.
Pace car backstretch.
David,
I'm an
that was
8th.
really, really close going into turn 3 from my perspective.
Which time?
When you were nearly on the pit road.
Oh yeah, that's what Chris keeps blocking me. I don't know why he keeps doing that. I'm willing to go into the pit access road to pass him. I don't know.
See, you're not passing him right. You gotta go to the right side.
No, I don't want to pass him on the outside. Passing on the outside is for suckers.
Passing on the outside is for
Only a
badasses.
sucker.
Well, the yellow came out when I had a nose ahead of Tom, so I'm finally ahead of Tom for
Starting,
the
I'm gonna be
first
starting
time
like
in this race.
12th.
Suck down the front stretch and then you go to the outside.
Oh, nobody's pitting.
Did I
Fuck
fake?
yeah.
Did I fake anybody out? I probably should have. Nah, still can't make it to the end.
10 laps short from that. But even then, I'd like to pit on like lap 80.
I want the track position. I'll be coming in at the first opportunity.
Yeah, but still, like a 30-lap stint, if you're pushing it in like clean air, you're probably gonna be very close.
Well, then don't push it.
There's probably gonna be a yellows, and if there's yellows, by the way, 41 laps, 43 minutes. We're gonna have to get a move on.
Why?
Hmm?
Why do we have to get a move on?
There's more yellows. We'll be cutting the time limit short.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, there's 42 minutes remaining, and it takes 41 seconds a lap, and we will make it at this point if we, keep going green. But if there's like 2 or 3 yellows that back it up, because then we're doing like 1.5 laps, and we're doing a 1.5.
It's rain. It's rain. Rain's a coming.
Yellows in hosted races like twice as long as they are in official ones. That's all I'm wondering.
So if nobody would have pit there, that would have been 2 degrees.
I wish they'd just give us the option to change it. That's the thing that annoys me. Like, give us the option to just set to 1 lap and just go.
Because I've been doing the official races all week, and like
Yeah.
the yellow will come out, they'll bunch up a field, you can pit, and then you're going green later that lap.
Literally went like in the
We have
official
2
races.
extra laps here.
Literally in the official races, when you pit, it says 2 to green when you come in the pit road. It's perfect.
I think what's going on is that there's a lap car, so it adds like 5 extra laps to the pit, to the pacing. What it should be is it should be the lap we come into yellow. Then it should be, the leaders pit. 2 laps to go, 2 to go when the lap cars pit, and then we go green the next lap. Or 1 to green when the lap cars pit.
Or they could just not close the pits. That's another way to do it.
I mean, it's safety reasons. On ovals, at least. On versus they don't even have caution.
Okay, Mr. Novak. Let's just start delaying yellows until people pit under green instead of just
pits on a road course would be
deciding to
so
change the
stupid.
rules.
Tell that to low power at Coda. Then again, it was a wreck right in front of the pit lane.
She got so angry about that.
I'm gonna be coming for you, David.
Well,
How far
it's
back
an
are you?
exception if they- if
10th?
pit lane's, like,
Okay.
blocked
Yeah,
by
you'll
stuff,
probably get
but
up there.
It's all the way on the other side of the track.
Oh god, I've started a debate about closing the pits.
I think on ovals, what they want to do is they want to make sure everyone's, in their spot where they need to be before they pit. It's more of a race control thing and making sure everyone's in line before they come into pit. Kind
There's
of
a
thing.
problem brewing for me. There's 40 to go.
It's
We're under
fine
yellow,
on
and I
ovals,
have
it's
to
just road
pee.
courses that are bad.
This
Yeah,
is,
on road courses, I don't see the reason why you would do it, but there could be some, reason that maybe I don't know about.
Don't they repave this circuit every year?
It doesn't seem that good of an
IMS?
idea.
They seal it, yeah. And they only started doing that recently. They used to not do anything to it.
iRacing needs to rescan it.
Alright,
Which, by the way,
well, I'm
iRacing
gonna go, so just like
should
David
be
did, I'm gonna
rescanning it
retire while I'm ahead, so
because
have fun, David.
they had
Have
that
fun, everyone else.
agreement with NASCAR.
Wait, why
that
is
all
Chris
the tracks
dropping
have to
But
be
he
updated.
was playing golf today. or
Probably had
yesterday.
something to do.
Oh. Boo!
But iRacing has to rescan IMS because they have an agreement with iRacing that every track has to be up to recent or whatever. And since Xfinity is going to the road course, then the track has to be accurate. So then Xfinity goes to the road course, they have to have an accurate road course. So, but also it took them like 5 years to get Kentucky done. So
Chris Aurelio.
Yeah, he had to drop out for some reason. He quit while he was ahead, I guess. So I guess I'm leading him back to the green.
I'll be there on lap 70.
8 laps, huh?
I have to pee. This isn't fun.
It's, at least you're hydrated.
Yeah.
At least you're not dry heaving.
Yeah, that was not fun. I'm literally laying quarter throttle right now, trying to get the fuel to burn off.
Trying to burn fuel off?
Yeah, because I can't make it to the end anyway. So, trying to get the car light.
You gotta keep upgrading your computer like iRacing upgrades the track. Which is every season.
Yep. I think, see, I just got into the building the PC thing, and I already know by next year I'm going to want to upgrade my motherboard. Which when I upgrade my motherboard, I might as well upgrade my CPU. Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's terrible. And I need a monitor instead of a TV. It's a freaking hassle.
Okay, I brought us down about as steady as I possibly could have, so if people are wrecking or getting checked up, it's absolutely not my fault.
I'm behind you, Kyle. Oh!
They wrecking?
Almost. It was impressive. John Smith, 19. Oh my god, John Smith. The 19th John Smith. I just realized that's insane. It's like, is that like the most common name?
There's only
He's the
19, it's surprising.
The 19th John Smith. That's insane.
John's 19th edition.
Could you imagine how cool it'd be to be the original John Smith at iRacing?
You would have had to join probably in 2008.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine how cool that'd be, though? He just made an impressive save, though.
He was our bump day special.
I was pushing. Brayden, yeah, you do your thing. You do your thing. I took a bad entry to 2.
Oh, I'm
David's
pushing.
going wide. David's going
Woo!
wide.
Because I don't trust that people aren't going to get understeer underneath me, so I'm just like giving a wide berth. See, like that, I got understeer right
Brayden,
there.
Watch the guy under you. He's blinking, he's pushing, he's doing stuff. David, now he's behind you.
Yeah, I know, he's on the outside of me. Hi, Braden. Bye, Braden. Alright, I'm gonna follow professional racing driver Braden Eves through here. Oh, I would have been flipping you off if that was real life.
Where's the button at to flip people off in game?
I wish that existed.
Oh, I gotta run a little bit.
Oh, man. Nope, don't like this. Oh, don't like this. Brent, where are you going?
Saw a gap.
Woo! Oh, you can run that curb now. There's a lot of grip in these cars. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're 3 wide. Oh, hey, that's my short shoot pass.
I only did that because I watched the 14-500 yesterday and I wanted to be the Townsend Bell up top that escaped.
Except for I was not stupid like Hinch and actually backed out. Oop, did I say that out loud? Woo! Oh, I get some wicked runs into turn 1, but then can't do anything with it.
Pit window opens up soon.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was going to say, what if this thing goes green to the end and we actually get a green flag pit stop? That would be cool. Doubt it will happen, but it would be cool.
Just jinxed it, probably.
Oh, I jinxed it, definitely. Oh, I almost was the jinx there. Boy, I'm really taking some chances with the wall here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I don't know how I saved that.
Matthew always just went off. I have no idea what happened.
I'm just glad we saved it. Whoa! Holy crap!
Was there a wreck?
Almost was. Oh, now there is.
Why would you go inside on the middle of the track? David, I spoke too soon, Wayne.
I apologize, David. I don't know what happened there. My VR went off.
Yeah, no problem. I should have. I saw you kind of low, and then you put. I should have realized you were going to push up. I just was pushing a little too hard there.
Suddenly, I'm in third.
Dude, I don't know how I saved that. The two of us were like sideways in turn 4, and neither of us
Raiden,
crashed.
where are we checking up?
That's some good racing. You got
Pace car's always after 2.
Pace car out of 2.
R.I.P. John Smith.
Oh, did he leave?
He just exited.
Aw. It was a good run. Damn, I really don't know how I saved that. I don't know how either. Me and Lewis were literally sideways, both of our cars, in turn 4, and neither of us crashed. But I probably have some damage, so they're probably going to need to repair it. The game doesn't say I have any damage. That's interesting. Okay.
Well, I just screwed myself out a second.
I'll let the 17 car by.
Kyle is in P2.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an exciting restart, boys. So we should be able to make it to the end now, right, on fuel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is zero this thing out real quick. Oh, I still have a fast repair left. That's interesting.
That's a tool we'll use later in the race if things get hectic.
You gotta say that in a Mickey Mouse voice, right?
I cannot do a Mickey Mouse. I'm not even gonna try.
Oh, that's a tool we'll use later. Oh, that was terrible.
Shut up. Yes, that's why I didn't even try it. 28
Oh,
minutes,
you can just, you
29
don't have to
laps.
use the F button, you can just use your mouse. Oh, it's so much easier. Didn't even know that. I just learned something new about iRacing.
I gotta pee.
Me too. I thought about like going pee during that. Pit
No, I
stop,
started
but
watching
like,
the
me
Life
too,
of
yeah.
Korra.
Oh, you did?
What?
Yeah.
Took my advice. It's the Legend of Korra.
Oh, whatever.
I thought that
Whatever it
sucks.
is.
I heard that
It does.
sucks.
I
It
told
kind
him.
of does suck.
I told him it did.
Why are
But
you
he texted me
watching?
and he was like, "I just watched the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender." I was like, "Well, now you gotta move on to Legend of Korra."
Do you know?
Well, I watched it when I was young. I just watched it again, you know?
Do you know
He said, "Is it
Avatar: The
any
Last
good?" And I said,
Airbender?
no, but you gotta watch it.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is made by the same people who make Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Fun fact.
It's so
Oh.
good. Have you watched Avatar?
Nope.
Like Dave
Oh
Filoni.
my god, it's unreal good.
Yeah, Dave Filoni worked on.
Dude, I'm convinced Dave Filoni should do everything Star Wars. Period.
I
Fact-
mean, he's
fact
definitely.
He didn't do the
I'm great.
dude. The new trilogy would have been so much better with Dave Filoni.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because he probably wouldn't have ruined the old characters like everybody
It
else.
wouldn't be. It wouldn't be like the absolute greatest, but man, it would have been good.
Oh, it would have been better.
Did you watch the new Clone Wars season, David?
Yeah, that was
What did you
good.
think?
Good stuff.
It was good. Yeah, it's a different perspective on the.
It's kind of like watching a movie. The last episodes, anyway.
Exactly. I want to find a version of the last like 3 episodes into one movie, and then watch that side by side with Revenge of the Sith.
People
Man.
have already done that on YouTube.
Man, that'd be cool. That's cool. I thought it was really good.
Lion Guard best show. Don't add me. What the hell's the Lion Guard?
That was like a Lion
The
King
funny
kid
thing
show.
about Star Wars: The Clone Wars is that the original story was also brought in by George Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
so he was technically also creating the story, and Dave Filoni was kind of directing everything.
Oh yeah, that's totally right because George Lucas. That was what George Lucas wanted to do. Yeah, like Dave Filoni like ran the day-to-day stuff, but yeah, it was still George Lucas's ideas.
One thing I noticed out of anything Dave Filoni in Star Wars is there's a lot more gore.
There's always Ahsoka though.
Actual.
And I like Ahsoka, but God Almighty, can we like see some other characters, please?
You don't like Ahsoka?
I like
mean, the
her. I
episodes
like
where it was
her.
Just the episodes where it was like just Ahsoka. Like,
Oh, I like her. It's just that there was.
I
I feel like it just like if it's a Dave Filoni show, you know Ahsoka's gonna be in it. And it's
Did
like,
you hear she's gonna be in the Mandalorian?
yeah, that's my criticism. Is like, oh man, again. It's like,
Well, they gotta finish her character somehow.
but why is she in the sequel era? That doesn't make any sense.
Like, it's
Well,
not that
Like
bad.
Ahsoka
It's
living
gonna-
through Return of the Jedi doesn't make any freaking sense.
It's gonna make sense. Did you watch the finish of Rebels?
Yeah, they like invented time travel so that Ahsoka's so they should do time travel and just fix the sequel trilogy by making it not happen. That'd be great.
That would be great. I'd be down for that. Also, the other thing about Dave Filoni, he does the Mandalorian, doesn't he?
Him and Jon Favreau.
See, the new Star Wars would be so like all the Disney movies would have been better with Dave Filoni.
And
I'm
Jon
convinced.
Favreau.
What is Tom Holland referring to there?
He's still talking about freaking the Lion King show.
Oh, because we were talking about Mickey Mouse. It's where like,
Should not be considered canon.
what did he say?
He said something should not be considered canon. I'm guessing he's talking about the sequel movies.
Do you mean chronologically or came out after?
I never really got into Star Wars.
Like anything that was a sequel
That's amazing.
to the original movie.
Why?
So not
Did
the
I
you-
just
sequels,
what?
I would argue not even Rogue One.
Rogue One was good.
Nah,
I
Rogue
don't-
One was phenomenal.
Rogue One's eh.
I don't think it deserves the praise that people are giving
Yeah.
it, but it was a good movie.
Rogue One.
I didn't even find anything wrong with Solo. Just there's no the only thing I saw wrong
It's
with Solo was there
pointless.
was like there's no point to it, but it was still a good movie.
I mean,
So
I would argue that Attack of the Clones is a lot worse than one of the sequels.
No. Attack of the nah.
It makes sense and doesn't break the lore.
Yeah, it doesn't break it. That's the key.
we'll see. Now that this starts a whole nother conversation, that'll take way too long
Yeah. If
to explain the lore.
the comparison between the prequels and the sequels is very difficult. I don't know if my car's 100%. We'll see.
Back
feels-
to racing and
feels a little bit weird.
David Skywalker.
Yeah, that was the original content on this channel.
That's still your URL, you know that.
I need to change that. Maybe I'll change it before racing comes back.
Don't you still have an email with that too?
Yes, I do. Because, I mean, my personal stuff doesn't need to be David Land on YouTube.
It was funny. I created the one email I have for Rayoff Fanatic 15, and so I can't change it. So my business email now is KyleCart3. I can't change it. I'm about to just create a whole nother email, but that's just like, ugh. So now my YouTube email, I just use it for like spam mail. Like anything, like if I need to sign up for like to get a free T-shirt or something, then I'm using the spam. Which theoretically should be the business one, but it is what it is.
Man, my car was awful on that restart. Now it's starting to feel better. It's very weird. Maybe I just didn't warm the tires up enough.
Am I getting bump drafted right now?
Probably.
Going for the lead.
Boy, there's a pack of about 10 cars in front of me right now. I love how the British guy is in a Max Chilton car. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now this is pod racing.
There you go. Prequel
Oh,
me.
we're 3 wide. We're 3 wide.
Woo!
I didn't have the cojones for that yet.
That Connor Daly card.
Whoa, whoa, he is backing off. You can go flat out there, buddy. That's clean air. We're racing for the lead. You have clean air. You can go. That's the other thing about being in the back all race is I'm having to tell myself, hey, you're in the front now. You can get a little bit more on it.
Yeah, once the herd got thinned out a little bit, it's not too bad. I really had to lift in turn 1, though. God, I had to use the brakes in turn 3. Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the wall. Oh, boy.
On the wall, on the wall, on the wall.
There's another yellow. I am gonna stop.
No,
the
he
lane
just
for speed.
Hildebranded it. Probably won't be a yellow. Cars are picking up some push, though, right now. I just almost pushed into the wall in 1.
Yeah, I'm in 3rd. I'm getting the aero wash of 2 cars, so I can tell it's making a huge difference. Don't know if Ronnie's gonna have anything for Braden here. We'll see. My only chance is I do what he did and take advantage of the guy in 2nd going for the lead, but it doesn't look like it because they're getting way better runs out of the
Well,
corners.
there's still 20 laps to go.
I can tell they're getting way better runs out of the corners. Whoa, man, he is using some old IRL tactics and weaving on them side by side.
Some old IRL tactics.
Yeah, that's what they used to do. They did that on purpose. They get side by side and start going back and forth on each other.
Side to side, like a roller coaster.
So it was like a side drafting intimidation effect. Look it up. Paul Tracy talks about it all the time on the ovals. Look at him weaving. Used to do that in the IRL. They'd get side by side and start going back and forth.
Pruitt fade.
That's road course stuff, though. That's not. It is pretty intimidating doing 200 miles per hour and looking beside you and the guy's going back and forth. Don't close the gap. Oh, I would be flipping you off right now.
If you no longer see a gap, you're no longer a racing driver.
And Braden's trying to prove he's a pro.
Oh boy.
I wasn't actually going to make that 3 wide. I just wanted the free rant in his head. But I just said that out loud, so I gave away my secret, so whatever. Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the wall. And now everyone else is catching because we're having too much fun.
Yeah, thanks for everybody slowing each other up there. It allowed me to catch up. Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah, my front wing's damaged.
Well, why'd you hit me then?
Oh, you sent it.
I did send it. You didn't have to turn in on me. Oh!
God.
I touched the wall in 4.
So did I, because I have all types of push.
I don't know if that's going to improve the car or make it worse, so we'll find out. Oh, he is blinking so bad.
Yeah, he just blinked like wrecking in front of me and just gave me a heart attack.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to need a yellow here. My car's a little bit toasted.
$15 to go. David, when's your big announcement?
When the freaking what's up? When the
What?
freaking packages get here. It's kind of tough right now with the COVID situation, unfortunately. But it will be coming.
Oh, they didn't come. Your last teaser was.
One of them came. I'm expecting 2 more.
Turn 1 is getting so hard.
Yeah, for whatever reason in this game, turn 1 just pushes all the time. No matter what the setup is.
Well, it's about to be a duel for a top 5 here, David.
Yeah, my car's hurt a little bit.
My front wing, my left front wing is crunched. Oh, on that curb, boy.
I'm trying to make the damn car turn. It's not turning anymore. Sit and duck. Everybody's getting sweaty.
Oh, a little cloud cover over 4.
I noticed that.
Oh. Almost just puffed it in the wall.
You hit the wall? Whoa!
Said.
I was doing my very best and I hit you. Did you almost hit the wall? Is that why you turned left?
I don't know why I turned left.
Yeah, you turned left like, that's why we made contact. Oh, here comes Tom again.
Oh, God.
You hit the wall again.
I did hit the wall. Oh,
Oh
I
my
hit you.
God, David.
Kyle Kaiser. Except for I didn't spin.
This is why we go sweaty mode, David.
Oh, they are 3 wide underneath me now. This is not good.
Just got passed by Spider-Man.
What's up?
Tom Holland was the guy who passed us, who got passed by Spider-Man.
I thought his car looked like a freaking.
Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
He has a Ferrari livery, at least from what I see.
This is a black and red Indy car. Does it make it Ferrari mode? I know that's where your head's
No,
at.
it's got a white engine cowling.
You're not getting fuel, Ronnie?
I'm not trying to top off all the way.
Oh.
Oh God, is he gonna send it on me? No, he's not. Thankfully.
Well, I'm still glad I passed David, because that's top 5 now.
It's gonna be close on fuel.
Fuel mileage raise. Oh, some of these guys in the back maybe saving some fuel then.
How much fuel do you guys have left?
730.
750. What do you have?
You talking gallons?
Yeah.
That's whatever's on the steering wheel.
How many laps do you have left?
I don't know, I'll tell you here in a second. Why are they both lifting underneath me? I know I get it on the host, but you guys can't pass me.
I have 13 remaining. But remember, iRacing is kind of inaccurate with that.
How do I check that? Which menu is that on?
At 4.
12.6.
I'm 10.5. I should be alright, but
How many gallons you have?
I have liters on 22.6.
Well,
There's cars behind me coming into the pits.
I don't think I'm trying to assess my chances here. I think Tom will be good. No, it might be 5th for us today.
It's showing me in 6th right now. It's showing you in 5th.
Yeah, I'm in 5th.
Okay.
So I said it's gonna be a top 5.
I didn't know I was still in 4th.
Oh, dude, I'm almost blasting the wall every time. Loving chat right now. What's on the chat?
Oh, I didn't see any. Well, I haven't looked in the YouTube chat in a while. Oh, my car is so horrible right now.
Yeah, I'm like literally, I'm down mile per hour because of my front wing. Also in that reminds me, also in season 3, for IndyCar Oval Fix, normally in a fixed setup you can't change weight jackers, but now you'll be able to. You'll be able to make in-car adjustments. You just can't change the setup. So when the car's getting tight like this, you'll be able to change the weight jacker.
Well, my car's damaged. I've knocked the suspension out of it. That's the problem with me right now.
There you go. My front wing's just bent. I'm probably gonna blame netcode on that. Because I did turn in a little bit, but I saw you, and I did correct, and I don't think I hit you. I think There was netcode in our contact in one.
What I want to see is the freaking 4 wide with Braden and I, and somehow that we didn't wreck.
'Cause I did see the flash of your car, and I did like correct the miss you, but I think I swear I missed you.
I will say this on the stream for all 150 people. You may have seen the Race 92 freaking teaser I did, and I'm sure you're seeing their logo on the screen. I will say the shirt that I have right now is really good. It's cool, man. It looks so good. I'm so excited for the rest of it to show up.
I want to drive it like Ray Hall shirt.
I'll
Put the 86 winner on the front.
There is a Ray Hall shirt on there right now. It's not a drive it like Bobby, but there's this Krakow shirt suit.
I saw that.
David,
What's up?
I'm gonna need to get you a Braden News Racing mask when they come out.
Oh really? I
Yeah.
do need a mask for the racetrack. So I will definitely I will proudly wear the Braden Eves mask.
Some Cuthbertson Racing ones.
Am I the only one not monetizing masks right now? What is going on here?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm missing out. Can you believe how much of a freaking glut there's going to be of masks in a couple years? Like, everyone's going to have them in their house, and no one's going to use them anymore. It's going to be like piles and piles of them in people's houses.
I don't know, man. I think some people will forever be paranoid.
Well, that's their
Yep.
problem. Then we can sell our masks to them then, I suppose.
All the used masks, I'm sure they would love that.
Yeah. Lightly used. You gotta use the used car. You only used once. Only driven once. Alright,
My
white
car's so out of
flag.
shape, I'm now shifting down to 4th gear in the corners.
I wish my car was loose. It's tight. I'm just like driving in 5th gear. It's just slow. I'm driving around pretty easily, but it's just slow.
Yeah, me too, but I'm like 4 mile per hour down on the straights.
Right about now, we should be seeing all those proud Americans in their American flag shorts and T-shirts at the Indianapolis 500.
Hey, we get American flag masks this year. It's such a unique year.
Oh, people will definitely do it. Can you imagine the tan lines that people are going to have this year?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have that tan. I guarantee you I'll get that tan line like that.
People are going to have mass tan lines.
It's gonna be so weird.
5th place.
Wow, that was a thing.
So did Braden get the dub?
Braden got the dub. Braden wins at Indy
From
All right.
Shank Racing.
for Meyershank Racing.
At the end, Roderick, I should have passed.
I need to see what lap was that on? Was that like 31?
Sure, if you were just holding
3
back,
wide?
if I was
The
just,
4 wide.
Kind of in your way, and you couldn't really get by me. So that was actually some pretty good racing between us, though.
Where the hell is it?
Yeah, at the beginning I could have got past you, but I just tucked in because I figured we would just end up trading places for the next 15 laps or whatever. So I just decided to tuck in, thought I'd have another chance, and I just never got good enough runs out of 2 or 4.
It looked like later on you were just getting tight.
Yeah, then I was getting I accidentally hit
For
the
some reason,
wall.
it's not letting me skip around in the
Yeah,
replay
I
with
loosened
the buttons.
up the car a little bit, so
Oh, it's lap 37.
Yeah, coming to the white.
Oh, wait, I
flag,
found it.
actually thought I was
I wasn't on my
well,
car,
I
that's why.
let off a lot more than I'm that I
Okay,
was
let's take a look at 37 here.
almost let you back in there, but then pulled away back over. Still though, good race.
It's at the end of 37? Oh yeah, there it is. Holy smokes.
Tracked him down for about a half a dozen laps, and then you got in between us. And yeah, it's pretty sure he didn't mean to do that, but dang.
I would have died if I was that high in real life.
Oh, we weren't actually 4. We were 4 wide at the line, but we weren't 4 wide the entire way in. That's why.
well, I
I
think
thought-
of all the years races this month has been the best one just because of the green flag run at the end.
That's true. That is true. Wow, look at that
We
freaking.
actually let the race get a little spaced out rather than constantly everyone being on top of each other.
That would have been like that's like the Indy Lights finish.
That is
It's
the
fine.
Freedom
I'm glad
100
to do a
finish right
race
there.
On a day night I don't have to work, David. I appreciate it. I think that's my second one ever. Had fun.
Yeah, no problem. Glad you guys could come out. Glad you guys can make it. I'll try to I'll try to at least do one a month where it's kind of a different time, different day, so people can actually, different people can come out.
By the way, David, look at the 23 car. That's me. I think lap 37 or lap 38.
So bad.
Was that when we went 4 wide?
All right, well, I'm going to take
I
off.
think it was the first
Thanks
time we did
for,
four wide, and then
thanks for the host, David.
5 car
Yeah, no problem, Braden.
clipped me
Glad you could
coming
come.
up the racetrack.
Thanks for playing iRacing with us one more time.
Around turn 2.
All right. Trying to find an angle of this to put out on social media. Oh well, we'll do this later. We'll do this later. I'm gonna finish the stream
See you guys
first.
Later. Have a good
Yeah.
Memorial Day.
Indeed, yeah. So,
That was a lot of fun.
yeah, no problem, everyone. Thanks for coming out. So, Kyle, any last thoughts before I play around with cameras for like 20 minutes trying to get a good Twitter thing going?
That was fun. iRacing's been fun. These streams have been fun.
And we'll have more. Don't worry. We got more coming in June.
I already said we'd have a USF one, so.
And we're definitely doing the Cup cars at Talladega and Daytona. The new Cup cars, the '87 ones, because that's gonna be fun. Okay, I think that does it. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thank you to Race 92 and TrackWorks. Even TrackWorks donated a little bit of money during the stream. So appreciate everybody. That was fun, and we'll see you in the next video stream. All that good stuff. Hey, we only got like 2 months to go till the Indy 500. We made it, almost.